Yeah, here we go, everybody. This is it. This is the video. You ever wanted to see the Straw Hat Pirates fight each other in a no-holds-barred tournament, and just, it's an absolute bloodbath, and who's going to come out alive? Well, that's not going to be this one. That's not going to be this tournament. You could go watch that. I don't know if anybody's done that before. Probably going to be Luffy. Luffy just gear fifths and just kills all of his crewmates, I guess. But no, this tournament is going to be pretty fun, though. This is going to be interesting. Yes, the Straw Hat Tourney! Yeah! Oh my god. Yo, what's that guy doing? What's this guy doing? I don't know what I'm doing anymore, man. I lost track of that a while ago, but here we are, going full steam ahead anyway. Did I spell tournament right in the title? Tournament. That is how you spell tournament, right? Yeah, okay. Sometimes you look at a word, like yesterday I was doing the villain video and I had to type out villain, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right, and I had to double check it like 3 times. I'm like, no, that is how you spell the word villain. Like, all right, okay, cool. All right, God Usopp supremacy. We already getting this? Yeah, I spelled it right. Okay, thank you. Yes, okay. So, this video, really just kind of a last-minute thing, but yesterday, I was doing, the video about, Lucci and the Gorosei, and at the beginning of that video, I was like, hey guys, give me some video ideas, because we got a month of, no content, right? So I took a bunch of those ideas, and I put them on a wheel. And the idea is we're going to spin that wheel throughout the next month to get the next video idea. But then it came down to, all right, well, what's the first video I'm going to make? You know what I mean? Like, I thought about making a video where I just start off the video by spinning the wheel and then I pick whatever I want. But the title of the video and the thumbnail would give it away anyway. So I'm like, okay, I'll just pick an idea that I like from that list. And then I'll do it. This is this video. And then at the end of this stream today, we're going to spin a magical wheel. And we're going to determine what the next thing we're going to do is, okay? Will you show us the wheel? I will show you the wheel at the end of this stream when we finish. Now, some of the stuff is stream related, like tier list. And this isn't a tier list, but today what we're doing. And then other stuff might just be an isolated video. It depends on what we get. So anyway, today, this wasn't an exact thing that someone suggested, but a lot of people suggested One Piece Olympics or sports of the One Piece world. Now, me and Rustage did a video about this a while ago that was pretty fun, but there was another person that basically said, hey, what if the Straw Hats just competed against each other in random games? And because obviously in a straight up fight, obviously Luffy wins. You know, Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, Jinbe, they're all, like Nami is not going to win in a straight up fight with Zoro. It's not going to happen, right? And we also did, back when I was setting up my my little backdrop over here a few months ago, we did a Straw Hat boxing tournament. And that was really fun. So we're going to do that today. I have all these Super Fight cards. And one of the decks of Super Fight, if you've never played it, it's a really fun card game. It has a shitload of expansions. But this deck right here of Super Fight are special victory conditions. So, for example, instead of Zoro and Sanji fighting straight up, it's who would be the best ballet dancer or something like that. So that's the kind of stuff we're doing today, okay? So I have a tournament bracket set up. It's going to be double elimination. I actually have it right here. So before we even get into the actual tournament itself, let's look at the roster here. And, okay, so this was just a random way that it got put in. I'm actually going to randomize this a couple of times to get, who's going to fight who, right? So this isn't the first round, okay? Also, I wanted to ask, because all the Straw Hats are on here, should we include Vivi? Because that's just honestly more fights. And that's more fun, more competitions, and this is also double elimination, so even if, in the first round somebody gets kicked out, that's not it for good, they have another chance. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put that up to a poll, because I got some people saying nah, and I got some people saying yes, so we're gonna make a poll about that. You know, should Vivi not fight, no, some of these might come down to fights or kind of fights or competitions related to fighting or physical strength, but a lot might not. Should Vivi be in the tourney? Just do yes and no, and we'll just figure this out because I'm curious. I was making the roster of the 10 Straw Hats: Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper, Robin, Franky, Brook, Jinbe. But I thought, hey, you know what, Vivi? Why not, right? Like, have her in there too. Why not? Now, I'm not going to go crazy with it. I'm not going to include, like, every character that, like, almost joined the Straw Hats. Like, Momonosuke and Yamato are also there. You know, like, nah. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep it to Vivi because Vivi's the one that has been, she is a Straw Hat. She's a straight up Straw Hat. Like, you can't deny she's a Straw Hat. She was a Straw Hat and then chose to leave, and she will probably come back at some point. That has not happened with Yamato or Momonosuke or any other character. The departure between Vivi and the Straw Hats was so unique and so emotional and so special. It is very clear she is a Straw Hat that chose to leave the crew. All right? Yes, Vivi is a Straw Hat, 100%. Okay. Where is Sage King? Oh, you're right. Sage King was also a Straw Hat. Well, that's okay. We have Usopp, who knows Sage King, so that should be okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so Vivi's going into the roster. Okay, so we're going to add participant. We're going to add Vivi in here. And I'm gonna randomize all this, so don't worry about that. We're gonna put Vivi in there. Okay. Now, there's a random button over here. I was gonna have them draw lots, but I think that would take up too much time. You know, how many times should I click this random button? Just somebody give me a number and I'll click it how many times, and that'll be the roster we go with. And it just jumbles all the names up of who fights who. All right. Yeah, 77% for that. I know a lot of people are saying Yamato, but I'm like, I feel like this is good right here. I think 11 characters is already going to be all right. I think we're good here. Okay, 12. I saw someone say 12. I'm going to push the button 12 times. Okay, here we go. 12 times, all right? I'll even put my mouse right up to the mic so you can hear the number of clicks. Are you ready for this? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, that's the roster. First round is Nami versus Zoro, too. Oh, starting off with a powerful one, right? Okay. Saved up for this, watching since 2016. Love you, Matt. Eneru is a mythical zone, and he's coming back to the story. Watch episode 192. He has a ribbon. He's coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Eneru is going to come back at some point. There's no way he's not coming back at some point. Yeah, he chose my 12. 12 is a lot of clicks, but we did it. We did it. All right. So the first round we have, and the little number in between the big numbers, that's the order of fights because we're doing double eliminations. So, for example, let me move this over here. Okay, so for example, Nami and Zoro is going to be our first fight, and then we move down to Luffy versus Brook for round 2, and then Vivi versus Robin for round 3, and then if we go down here, you can even see like the loser bracket, so this will be fight number 8, so this will be loser of 7 and 1 will fight here. Okay, so let's say, well, obviously Zoro is going to lose this, so let's say Zoro goes down here for 1, and then 7 will be, Usopp, let's say, and then Zoro and Usopp will fight. So that's how it goes. And then the loser bracket will circle all the way back. So the winner of the loser bracket fights the winner of the main bracket, and they have a second chance of winning the whole shebang. Like, they could totally do that, okay? All right. So we are now going to draw some cards from this deck right here I have, this super fight deck, to see how they're going to fight. Some of these, because it's meant to be used with a card game, so some of these might require additional cards from the card game. I have, like, extra decks over here, so I don't know if we'll pull any of those, but if we do, it'll be okay. And just to make sure I didn't, like, stack the deck or anything, I have a deck shuffler over here. So we can actually go to the big screen on this one. Go to the big screen on this one. We're going to use this deck shuffler, and I'm going to put the cards in here. Just, like, do this. And put some over here, put some over here. All right. Are you guys ready for this magic? Are you guys ready for this shit? Where's the button? Here it is. Ready to go. Oh, yeah. That's magic right there. All right. There we go. There we go. I love using that thing. Okay. One of the cards didn't go through, so let me... I don't know. This one card on top fell out, so what should I do with this one? Should I draw this card or should I burn it? Which one am I doing? Because you saw one card fell off to the side. I don't want someone to say, oh, wait, that was the trick, Tekking. That's what you were doing. That was where you're getting us. That sounds extremely satisfying. Oh, it does. Absolutely. Burn it, burn it, burn it. All right, it's going. It's burned. It's burned. It's over here. Barry has it. Barry has the card. I burned the card. Okay, I burned it. All right, all right, all right. So this is our deck. I'm going to put the deck right here next to Barry. He will protect it with his life. I will draw a card, and then I will hold it up to the screen, and then that will be what they fight in, okay? Now, hopefully these will all be applicable. Maybe some of them might not be, but we're just going to have to see how this goes, okay? How about this? If we get a card that's really weird and it just doesn't work for this tournament, I'll put it to a vote, and we'll see if we can, like, supersede it and then draw another card. If it's some weird shit, but I think most of these should be fine. Okay, so I'll draw the card first. So this will be first round of the tournament here. Zoro versus Nami, round 1. Drawing the card, drawing the card, drawing the card. The Hunger Games! Okay, so... okay, well, you know... all right, I think that, I think Zoro might have this one. Although... You know, Nami is pretty good at thinking on her feet. She's not weak or anything like that. I'm not saying, like, Nami in the jungle is going to just instantly lose because she has no survival skills whatsoever. Nami survived by herself, like, on her own for a very long time. I'm sure she knows how to manipulate people. So this is an interesting one with the Hunger Games. Okay, all right. So let's go through this then. Okay, so it's the Hunger Games, right? And they're all in that area. I've only really seen I can remember the first movie. I don't know. I think I saw Catching Fire, but not the whole thing. So it's like that big forested area they're in that like dome or whatever. And the elevators all come up and they have various supplies and shit they could grab. Zoro gets lost and gets disqualified. Is there a boundary for that? By the way, if it's the Hunger Games, that kind of implies there's other participants. It's not just Nami and Zoro. My God, this was supposed to be simple. Like the first one we start with is kind of like a whole tournament in and of itself. Like, all right. Zoro gets lost, kills all the elites, he wins. There is a boundary. So what happens if you cross the boundary? Do you just get nuked with a laser? Do you just lose if you cross the boundary? Because if there's any sense of direction being a factor in the Hunger Games, if Zoro just runs off in some random direction and leaves the boundary and loses, then Nami wins because, yeah, I think you get electrocuted. All right. Yeah, I think there's barriers, if I remember correctly. You can't just run away. That would kind of be, you know, that's kind of the whole point of the thing. It just prevents you from leaving. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I didn't think it was like, because the whole point of the Hunger Games is there's only one. Everyone, like, well, except for in the first one. But, like, you know, you understand, like, you walk through and you die, and that's the whole point. Like, if you could just run out and get disqualified, I guess, yeah. It's like an electric fence. It does not do instant death for Zoro. Yeah, it wouldn't be instant death for Zoro. So I don't think Zoro is going to die from a boundary. So he's kind of in this tight quarters space. Okay, now, Nami, you know, a big part of the Hunger Games, too, might also be a level of kind of like manipulation. Like manipulating somebody to get them to, like, you know, let their guard down or something. And Nami would be very good at that. You know, she would be very, I think she's very agile. She would be able to climb up a tree, no problem. Then again, so would Zoro. Nami would get a lot of favors. Oh, that's right. There's like a whole aspect of this where it's like, you have to like get, like you have to show up before the Hunger Games. Cause you don't just show up in the Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is like a whole process, you know? Nami would be a negotiator. How were the seeds determined? I just randomized it. It was just a random thing. Not gonna lie, no contest. This is Zoro, not Sanji. Yeah, you're right. Like, if this was Sanji, you could probably throw out something that, like, Sanji would throw it for the sake of Nami surviving, you know? God, because that's the thing. Like Zoro, well, okay, yeah, but if it came down to Zoro and Nami and only one could survive, because it's funny because this wasn't supposed to necessarily be a contest of strength, because obviously Zoro would win, but if it comes down to like just the two of them, like it's Zoro wins in terms of strength. If like somebody has to die, Zoro's gonna kill Nami. All right. You can't fool Zoro. Yeah. I think we gotta go with Zoro on this one. Nami would be able to manipulate and finagle her way through a good chunk of this. She would probably get a lot of favors. But eventually it gets down to the point where if it's just, let's say everybody else is dead and it's just Nami and Zoro wins that. Like, there's no, like, this could have been a contest of, like, navigation or something, or something more akin to Nami's, like, personality or something that she's better at, you know? But, no, if it just comes down, the Hunger Games at the end of the day is a contest of, like, who can kill the best. That is basically, if you just remove all the bullshit from it, the Hunger Games is who can kill the most people in the quickest amount of time, right? And that's Zoro, all right? Yeah. Couldn't she trick others into going after Zoro? Yeah, but that's not gonna work on Zoro. Okay, so just more people would cut through. Zoro's a fucking death machine. If it's a contest of strength and that involves, you know, Luffy, Sanji, Jinbe, Franky, Zoro, like, they're winning. Like, they're really winning unless there's somebody else involved. Well, okay, hold on a minute now. Okay. I'm thinking about this here. So, I feel like this is making it even more complicated, but the Hunger Game rule is like a thing where in and of itself, it's a complicated thing. Who are the other competitors in this? And I have these two fucking decks over here for super fight anime characters. So do I just select a bunch of random characters from this on who else is in these Hunger Games? Because I have the decks right here. So it might come down, maybe there's somebody in here that kills Zoro, and then it's a draw, and then we can just do this over again. I don't know. That sounds like fun, though, right? Yes, do it. All right. How many people participate in the Hunger Games? Wait a minute. Isn't it two people from each district? So it was Katniss and Peta. Not Peter. What was it, Peter or Peta? I don't remember. But, like, it was Katniss and Peta from District 12, right? So there's 24 total. So it'd be like Zoro and Nami are on, like, the same team. Who are the other teams? You know what? This is round one. This is round one of a tournament that has, like, 20 rounds. But I kind of want to do this. I kind of want to go ahead with it. Why not? You know what? We're going to go ahead with it. Why not? All right, hold on. These are super fight decks. Okay. Yeah, Goku is in here, by the way. Yeah. We're going to see how well they're going to do in the end. This became Anime Hunger Game tournament all of a sudden. I'm sorry. Like, this is... The round one of this ended up being ridiculous, but okay. Okay. All right. It'd be fun to draw 22 cards. Yeah, see, that's the thing. All right, I have two decks because there's two, like, there's anime deck 1 and 2. So I'm just going to draw from both decks at the same time, and then that'll be the competitors here. I'm just going to go through all of these. I guess somebody write this shit down. Somebody type this out to have, just in case, and then we'll go. All right, first team. Kira and Goku. All right, do I even need to keep going? Goku is part of this. He wins the fucking Hunger Games. So, so it's Light Yagami and Goku. Like, do I even need to, like, go? Like, Goku wins the whole tournament at that point. And then we just call it a draw and then try again. All right. I'm going to leave this up to a poll. I'm going to start a poll. All right, what are we feeling on round one? Are we doing a draw or redo or... Because Hunger Games is like a ridiculous thing to get. Draw, so that means we redo round one. Or, or Zoro just wins. or Zoro wins. Because I don't see Nami winning this. All right? How would a draw work? Nami and Zoro both get killed by Goku, and then we just redo round 1 again. That's how that goes. Did not expect the Hunger Game card to be on the top of the deck, all right? But here we are now, we're doing it. All right, yeah. All right, yeah. Oh, wow, this is close. Oh, man, there's a lot of close. Do we want to give Nami a second chance here? She will have a second chance no matter what. I'm going to put this Goku. I'm taking Goku out of the tournament. You know, if nothing else, Goku is now removed from the tournament. And Kira is as well. That's another problem with the Death Note. So you know what? If we ever have to draw another character at some point, it's not going to be an instant win Goku or Kira that just writes their name in the Death Note and calls it a day. So I'm kind of glad we burned both of those. All right? Oh, man, this is really close. This is a 50-50 thing. Oh, dude. I don't know, man. Go to the card that fell out as a replacement scenario. I don't know. I don't know if we want to do the burned card or we just want to keep going down the deck. Oh, man. Wow. This is split. A lot of people want Zoro to win and just move on to this round 2, and a lot of people want Nami to give another shot. This is tight. This is tough. This might come down to a damn coin flip. I'm not even kidding. Even if it's at 50%, there might be like, oh man, dude, it's so close. It's so close. Hunger Games is too much to start this. Yeah, I mean, like, that's a lot. That's a lot. Super close split. There is a loser's bracket, but, like, the Hunger Games with Goku and Kira is just too much. Also, if Goku and Kira, that's actually, like, the most devastating combo, because Goku is the strongest, like, can, like, blow up the planet, but also Kira is, like, ingenious. So it's, like, you have the best of both worlds there if they were working together. But I guess in the Hunger Games, you don't really work together. I mean, you can work together, but eventually it's going to come down to you versus the other guy. Yeah. Too many Nami simps in here. Yeah. All right, the poll ended in a draw. Holy shit. All right, I'm going to end the poll here. I think it's a redo. Ending the poll. Oh, it's at 50% as I ended it. What the hell? 253 votes. It doesn't tell me how many votes for each one. It says literally 50% for Zoro wins and now 49% for a redo. So I'm guessing that just means Zoro wins. That's what it says right there. That's what it says right there. Zoro wins. Zoro wins. Let's move on. Nami will move down to the loser's bracket. Oh, yeah, to start the tournament. Okay, there we go. Nami will move down to the loser's bracket. She's down here. We'll give Nami another shot. So let's just have that be the case. Goku and Kira, they didn't get involved. It's just Zoro wins the Hunger Games. There we go. Congratulations. All right. That was a complicated round 1. Hopefully round 2 is easier. Hopefully round 2 is easier here. Okay. Round 2, we got Luffy versus Brook. All right, now if it's a musical contest, anything involving music, like who would be the best heavy metal rocker, like Brook wins this immediately. All right. So here we go. The next round is let's say synchronized swimming. Ah, shit! Synchronized swimming. Okay, so let's just call that a draw and move on to the next one. Double KO. All right, my God. Brook can run on the water. That's not synchronized swimming. Running on top of water is not synchronized swimming. That is not swimming. That is running on top of water. That's not doing the Jesus. All right? This is my special kind of swimming, the Jesus. You know, like, no. No, that's not synchronized swimming. That's synchronized running at that point. That's not what that is. Okay. Can we get a good one from this deck, please? A staring contest. Okay. We can work with that. A staring contest. Brook wins. He doesn't need to blink. There we go. Synchronized, like you sink. All right. Brook wins this. Brook wins. He doesn't need to blink. There it is. Luffy loses round 1. Sorry, Luffy. Sorry, Luffy. Brook dominates that. Brook is the staring contest champion. Luffy stares into the void. He stares into the endless abyss that is Brook. Okay? And Brook wins. All right? He has no eyelids. He can't physically blink. Luffy is super competitive. Oh no, this staring contest would go on for like an hour, and Luffy's eyes would be super bloodshot, like tomato red, and Chopper would be pleading for him to stop. Please, Luffy, you gotta blink, please. He's like, I'm gonna win. And Brook is just there like, Luffy, please, I don't have eyelids. I couldn't blink even if you wanted me to. I don't know what you want me to do here. I'm physically incapable of blinking, Luffy. I don't know what you want me to do. Yeah. All right. Brook wins. Round 1. All right, or round 2. Okay. So next fight is going to be Vivi versus Robin. All right. Vivi and Robin. I think now we have 2 of the ladies of the Straw Hat crew going up against one another. I hope it's something that involves, I hope it's like a rousing game of chess or something. I hope it's something that revolves around intellect. I hope it's not something that revolves around like, I don't know, who would win the best dirt bike race or something. I don't know. Okay, what do we got? Cheerleading competition. All right, like, okay, I just drew the card there. All right, I don't know. That's a little bit fan servicey, but like, okay. If this was a tournament in the anime, this would be, that would be perfect. That would be the fan service episode of the tournament, It's like that episode of Fairy Tail at the Daimato Embu where just every female character showed up in a swimsuit competition. It's just a fan service day. Seriously, though? A cheerleading competition. Oh my god. All right. No, nobody can refuse to fight these. This is what the competitions are. Everybody's got to do it. All right. I'm not going to do like Robin's not doing this and she just walks away. No, everybody's got to try their best at this tournament. Otherwise, Nami's like, I'm not fighting in the Hunger Games, or, like that's how it goes. All right. All right. All right, now, this one I feel like has to be left up to the chat here, but let's go over this here, okay. Vivi's backstory is she's a princess. Oh, when she was Miss Wednesday, she did those, like, dance moves at Whiskey Peak. Her whole thing is she wore that, like, mesmeric, like, hypnotizing dress. It actually had to be changed in the anime because it was a little bit too suggestive, I guess, in the manga. It had, like, a hypnotic swirl in the manga. In the anime, it's just, like, a striped dress. I don't know why they changed it, I guess. I don't know. It was too suggestive or something. But also, Robin was a prized... Okay, Robin was a geisha in Wano, and she was a very talented geisha. However, being a geisha in Edo period Japan and being like, let's go team, da-da-da-da-da, like that's a different kind of, that is a completely different kind of like presentation, all right? Robin is a one-woman cheer squad. She could make clones of herself, that is true. Oh my god, I don't know how is they rolled that one, you know what I mean? A cheerleading competition. If it was Robin against any male character, if it was any female character, like, obviously, like, it was Nami versus Jinbe, well, I don't know, I would still have fun with that, like, Jinbe trying his best to cheerlead out there. Nami would ultimately win, but Jinbe cheerleading, that would be hilarious, that would be great. But it had to be against Vivi and Robin, it had to be against, okay. Oh, man, this is tough. I feel like Vivi would have more vibrancy, like she would bring more energy to her routine. Robin's would be more like, I don't know, a little bit more subdued. Like, I just don't see Robin getting way, way into the whole, like, theatrics of being a cheerleader. I don't know. I don't know how this could go here. Random question, what happened with Drake? He's maybe dead, I don't know. We're talking about cheerleading right now, but I appreciate it. Thanks for being a member for 14 months, KJ. But yeah, we haven't seen Drake since Wano. I think he's still alive, but who knows? He didn't really do much, so yeah. Vivi does have more energy, that's true. You know, Robin can use her fruit. Oh yeah, there's nothing that says they can't use their fruits. They can definitely, they have their weapons. They can use whatever. I'm voting for Vivi here. Oh man, this is tough. I know, yeah, her fruit allows her to basically make a whole cheer squad. So, damn. Oh, this is tough. This is tough, man. Vivi and Robin. Okay, I'll put it up on a poll. But I feel like this is going to be tight. This is going to be close. All right. Who wins a cheerleading competition? Of all the things, of all the competitions that it could have been between Vivi and Robin, a cheerleading competition. Ah, dude, this is rough. Okay. Now, Vivi's already getting an immediate lead here. All right. Vivi's already getting a close lead here. Man. Well, at least Sanji's having a great day. I mean, I guess, like, Sanji's passed out before the routine even starts. They walk out in their cheerleading uniforms, and Sanji immediately just passes the hell out, right? He misses the whole thing. He doesn't even get to vote. He doesn't even get to, like his cheerleading competition would be, like, who would, like, win the votes. But Sanji's completely... Oh, man. This isn't a beauty contest. Keep in mind, this is not a beauty contest or anything like that. This is a cheerleading competition. I gotta say, I think Vivi has a little bit of an edge here. I really do. I think Vivi has the edge on this one. I think she just, I think she's going to do a more vibrant kind of routine. And she's going to do a bunch of twirls and everything like that. And by the end of the whole thing, she's just going to be exhausted. Like, she gave it her all, like 110%. And I don't see Robin giving it that level of like she'll try. I'm not saying Robin's just going to be over there like, go team, and that's it. No, she'll do a routine, but I feel like Vivi's just going to be way more dedicated with it for whatever reason. Yeah. Vivi is the better cheerleader. Robin brings the whole squad. So it's more of a question of quantity or quality. I would say quality, right? Yeah. If this was a Broadway musical, Robin cleared. Yeah, if it was like a rendition of Hamlet or something, Robin clears that. It's not even a debate. All right? But, yeah. Yeah, okay, Karu's not in the tournament, but if, like, Nami has Zeus and, like, the climate act and stuff like that, then, yeah, Vivi and Robin have their individual abilities, so that means Vivi has Karu, sure. You know, like, she can incorporate the duck into the routine somehow. That'd be really cool. Yeah. Yeah, Vivi has a little bit more prep, I guess. Yeah. Vivi with the Princess energy versus Robin forced into a disguise but still can't use her fruit. She could still use her fruit. Yeah, she can. She can, yeah. Yeah, Karu would be there. It is very, very close. But after the whole thing is said and done, I think the judges for this, who would be like the Straw Hats or whatever, would like maybe give a little bit more points to Vivi, because after the end of Vivi's routine, she's going to be there. She's going to be sweating. She's going to be like, gave it everything she had, and they're going to be like, yeah! And then Robin's going to do this very, very professional, like perfectly synchronized routine and everything like that, which would have its own kind of vibe to it, but like, it's the idea of, like, all that hard work, I think, that Vivi would put into her routine. I think Vivi wins. Vivi wins this. You know, we should really use facts to decide this contest. No. We got this. Yeah. Vivi's got this. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. All right. I think Vivi's got the cheerleading competition, guys. What a heated competition for that one. Oh, man. The Hunger Games, kind of a rough start, I gotta be honest with you, but Vivi bringing it through the cheerleading competition. All right, who's next? Round number 4. Okay, so we're not at the losers bracket yet. Round number 4 is up here. This is Chopper versus Zoro, because Zoro beat Nami at the beginning of round 1, so we're moving on to this round here. Okay, so we got Chopper versus Zoro. Now, once again, if it's anything related to animal handling, like who would be the better, who would be better at taking care of a baby giraffe or something, it would definitely be Chopper, right? Like, yeah, okay. This tournament is fire. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. 343 votes. Vivi, 56%. Robin came away with 43%. Pretty respectable, but I think Vivi clears it. Okay. All right, all right. Next up, we have, what are we doing? We're doing The Amazing Race. The Amazing Race, as in the TV show, The Amazing Race. I used to watch that show all the time with my mom growing up. That was one of our favorite game shows, like reality show, game show kind of things to watch. Okay? And Zoro immediately loses because he gets lost everywhere he fucking goes. Chopper is an animal. He has homing instincts. He can talk to animals to get directions, for fuck's sake. Chopper clears this. There's not even a debate. The Amazing Race. Oh my god, Zoro would get lost to the start of the competition. You know, there's that guy, I can't remember the guy, who's the host of Amazing Race? He's been doing it for like 20 years. He's a cool dude. You know, but I remember watching that show so many times when I was growing up. It was a really good show. Oh my god, Chopper though. Chopper can run fast with his walk point. If he gets lost, he can talk to a bird and be like, "Hey man, where's the statue of Jesus in Brazil? How do I get to the top of the mountain?" "Oh, it's that way." "Oh, thank you." And then just go. Zoro's going to end up in Argentina. If it's, I don't know why I'm picking Brazil. Let's say it starts in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. You have to get to the top of the mountain with like, "Jesus wants a hug." You got to get to the top of that mountain or something to get the next clue. Zoro's gonna somehow end up in Chile. He's gonna end up at the Nazca lines in Peru for somehow he will end up there. He'll end up in the wrong America. He'll end up in North America instead of South America. You know, like the most ridiculous thing. He will end up there. Brazil is mentioned. I just thought of the first. That's where the Amazing Race kicks off. Zoro's first person to lose. Yep. Oh my god. Phil Kyogen? Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Come to Brazil. It'd be fun to visit Brazil sometime, yeah. I had a friend who was a transfer student or like an exchange student. Not an exchange student, but she was an international student I went to university with. She was from Rio, Eloa. And, yeah, she told me some interesting stuff about that place. Hope she's doing all right. Okay. Yeah, and the race would be someone and with Chopper barely beating him. Yeah, like Chopper might win. Chopper might not just be okay. He might win the whole damn competition. That's how good Chopper would be here. He's an animal. He has natural homing instincts. He knows where things are. He's a damn reindeer, for God's sake. Chopper wins. Yeah. All right. Okay, next round, round 5, we got Franky versus Sanji. All right, once again, any cooking kind of competition, Sanji's got this in the bag, baby. All right, these last two have been pretty good. We had a rocky start, but these last two have been pretty good. Surfing. Well, neither of them are devil fruit users, so the water-based one here is good. Okay, so we have a surfing competition between Sanji and Franky, and, okay. You instantly want to say Sanji, maybe? Oh, wow, actually, a lot of people are saying Franky because he's heavy. But here's the thing here. Here's the thing with the surfing competition, right? Franky could create. He could make up some kind of insane Crash Bandicoot rocket-powered surfboard. All right? Like, Franky could do that. All right? I think Franky has more of a surfer vibe. Yeah, you're right. Franky definitely has more of a surfer vibe. But he's also like a giant heavy robot. All right? But then again, Sanji is really good at, like, his legs martial arts. So his legs are super trained. I'm not a surfer, okay? But I'm going to... Okay, how many people in here are actual surfers? How many people in here surf and are pretty good at surfing? I would imagine it's all in the lower body, right? Like, you have to balance. But probably most of the effort is for your legs, I would assume. Is there? I don't know. I'm not a surfer. I have no idea. Yeah, I surf. Sanji is also a heavy robot now. No, he's not. I am not. Oh, right. No, he is. He kind of is. Yeah, because he's a germ. I was like confused by that. Like, why is Sanji a heavy robot? Oh, wait. Shit. Yeah, he kind of is. Fuck. Yeah. It's not about legs, but it's about balance. Okay. So Sanji's good at balance. Sanji's good at like doing a bunch of twists and things with his legs. Sanji's definitely good at balancing himself. Sanji's balanced himself on one leg, on one foot, like plenty of times throughout the story. So in terms, if balance is the key word here, Sanji, I think, might have a distinct advantage on that one. Oh, man. Sanji, I think, has the perfect legs and body for this. I think he does. Franky is way too top-heavy. Yeah. Like, even if Franky does create, like, the Crash Bandicoot, like, rocket surfboard or something, I think Franky's gonna fly off that thing. Franky is way too damn heavy. Man, I mean, they'd be out there, they'd be doing their cool routines, but if we're doing a surfing competition where Sanji's out there spinning and doing all that stuff on top of waves and stuff like that, Sanji, I think's got this. Yeah. It's about balance for sure. If it's a thing with balance with surfing, Sanji wins this. Yeah. Even if Franky does make his own board, I think he would still fall off before Sanji did. He would still wipe out before Sanji. See, I know surfing terminology. I don't know. I watched Rocket Power growing up. You could do a part 2 video of what if Kobe was the main character of One Piece. I did that already. So I'm focusing on ideas I haven't done before versus ideas with sequels. There are some sequel ideas on that wheel, but I try to pick mostly stuff I've already done. Sanji can literally fly. Well, it's a surfing competition, so if he flies, he's not surfing. I don't think he can fly with the board. But, yeah. But what if Franky is the board? If Franky somehow turns himself into a giant surfboard, which I'm not saying he couldn't do. I think that would be like, okay, well, you're not surfing, you are the surfboard at that point. I think Sanji wins this. Is everybody okay with Sanji here? I'll put it on a poll, but I'm pretty sure Sanji wins this. Who wins a surfing competition? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Sanji. All right, here we go. Here we go. Surf competition. This is working out. This is working out. I was a little worried at first with the way this was going, but it's going good. Oh man, Sanji's really well. Yeah, Franky's doing a little bit better, but Sanji I think is gonna win this. Yeah. Franky, no, look. Franky's determined. Franky would know his weaknesses. Franky would know I'm a big, heavy, clunky robot. I'm going to make a really special modified surfboard that'll give me the best chance possible. It'll have upward thrust and things like that. But I still think just in terms of how long they would be able to stay up and be doing their surf shit, I think Franky would wipe out first. I think Franky wipes out first, and then Sanji wins. Yeah. Yeah. Franky cares more about this, to be sure. Yeah, I guess Franky would care more, because he is a surfer guy. You could picture he busts out the old-fashioned hairstyle for this one. He busts out the old pompadour just for this. You know, the old surfer hair. Super, everybody, let's rock! You know, he pulls out the giant nitrous surfboard, like, yeah! Dude, can we get the, hold on a minute here. Can I get the Crash Bandicoot surfboard theme here? Because that would be great. That's just awesome. Crash Bandicoot surf music. Let's do it. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do it from the new game. Yeah! Can you hear that? Okay. That's yeah. God, man, Crash Bandicoot, one of the greatest video game characters of all time, and greatest cartoon characters, I guess. All right, Sanji wins this, and Sanji wins this to the awesome music of Crash Bandicoot. All right, yeah, all right. The whole tournament is about surfing. That's great. Someone just randomly came in here and was like, "Wait, is this a Straw Hat surfing tournament?" Why would you make it a surfing tournament? So many of them are Devil Fruit users. That's what we're doing today now. That's what we're doing. All right. Yeah. He just has a better sense of balance. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right. Okay. Where are we at here? What are we doing? All right, Sanji wins. Okay, Sanji moves on. All right, and look, we have Chopper versus Sanji. Okay, cool. All right. Did I end the poll already? Oh, did I end the poll? Yeah, it did. Sanji 56, Franky 43. Okay. All right. Next up, who do we have? So that was round 5. Round 6 is Jinbe versus Brook. Okay, Jinbe and Brook, ladies and gentlemen. Whale shark versus a skeleton. Let's see what happens with this one. We're drawing the card. What do we got? Okay. Oh my god. I don't know if this is... Okay. A Civil War reenactment. Okay. Civil War reenactment. Well, Jinbe's definitely going to be fighting for the Union. Like, that's pretty much... Yeah. So Jinbe's fighting for the Union. And Brook is fighting for the Confederacy? No, I think we do another card on this one. How about we just agree to just burn this one and move on to another card? How about we just burn this one? This one might lead to, like, I don't know, like, it's a reenactment. So it really, how do you win a reenactment? Like, how is that even a card? How do you win a Civil War reenactment? Like, the North wins. Whoever's on the side of the North wins, and Jinbe's not gonna fight for the fucking Confederacy. So, like, I think we burn this one. I think we burn this. No. I was like, no, wait a minute. Okay, I'll put it up for a poll. All right. Do we burn this one? All right. Do we burn the card? All right. I'll put that up. All right. Yes or no? Okay. Yeah, do we burn the card? Yeah. This is a very specific kind of thing, and it's also like I mean, I know a lot of stuff about the Civil War. I'm a history guy. I love learning about history and stuff like that. There's a guy I watch on YouTube, by the way, called Vlogging Through History. Go check out that dude's channel. He does a lot of cool video reactions, mostly focused on like Civil War stuff and World War I kind of stuff. So go check out Chris's channel. Go check out Vlogging Through History. But like, I mean, for a One Piece poll, I think we're just gonna burn this card and move on. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, Civil War reenactment. All right. Okay, so Jinbe versus Brook, round 2. Let's see what they got here. Okay, this is an interesting one. Who is the best at escaping a temple of booby traps after stealing a sacred idol? Who's better at being Indiana Jones, basically? Okay, so, like, there's a temple... And there's a sacred idol in the beginning and the middle of the temple. Who's better at, like, stealing the idol and then getting the hell out of the temple before the giant rock comes down and crushes you? And I think that is probably Brook. Yeah, I think Brook, well, Brook can die. There's definitely, if Brook gets crushed by a giant boulder, Brook could definitely get killed by that. But I think Brook is just... faster, he's way more agile. A lot of things like, okay, in like Indiana Jones, when like you're running out of the temple, what is usually the kind of traps that are attacking you? What kind of booby traps are usually in a temple? It's usually like fire or it's poison darts. Like poison darts aren't going to do shit to Brook. Jinbe is big. I mean, he's mobile. He can move quick. But Jinbe is a big guy. He's going to be triggering a lot of those booby traps. He's going to be stepping on a lot of tripwires. He's going to be activating a lot of poison darts. Like, pressure plates. Brook could, like, jump or run over a pressure plate. It might not even activate if he runs over a damn pressure plate. Spikes, darts. Dude, a wall of spikes could come out on Brook, and they could just go right through his rib cage and be like, yo, good thing I have no internal organs. That would have actually hurt me there, you know? Like, oh, Brook would just dominate. And also, what are temples full of? They're full of skeletons. They're full of skeleton-bones, you know? Like, there you go. Brook wins this. I'm sorry, Jinbe. I'm sorry. It's like Jinbe pulls the idol out and immediately triggers some convoluted trap, and a giant boulder comes down, and maybe Jinbe can outrun that, or he can just destroy the boulder. The boulder would be the least of Jinbe's concerns, but he's going to be triggering a shitload of traps on the way out of that damn temple. All right, yeah. Yeah, Brook would be too light. He's just basically immune to every single trap. The only trap I could see really harming Brook is maybe a fire trap. Like, that would maybe burn him. But even then, I feel like he would be okay. Like, it would be a slight scuff. He'd be fine. If he gets dropped into a pit, he could get out. You know, he's Brook. Yeah. Oh, poor Jinbe. Yeah. Yeah, Jinbe could deal with a boulder, no problem. But, like, other things are going to get him. All right, Brook's moving on. Brook wins. I think there was the consensus that Brook was maybe going to be better at the reenactment because he's a performer, but also, I don't even know how you would grade a Civil War reenactment. Like, the North wins the Civil War. Like, do Civil War reenactments usually go, like, well, this time the Confederacy won? Like, no, that's not how history works. Oh, my God. Okay. Next up, round 7, and I think after round 7, I think the loser of 7 will go down, and we'll get into the loser bracket after this, okay? So round 7, we got Vivi versus Usopp. So I think all the Straw Hats except for Usopp have competed. I think Usopp is the last person to compete here, and then we can move on to the rest. So Usopp hasn't had a chance to shine here. We've been saving the best for last, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, spoilers for the Civil War teching. It ended in 1865. Spoilers, I'm not caught up yet. I'm only up to the Battle of Gettysburg. Okay? All right. You know, I've never been to Gettysburg. It is not far from where I'm at. It's like 3 hours from here. I should go. Like this summer, I should go visit Gettysburg. Yeah, there's actually a thing going on right now because I watch Vlogging Through History. There's like an event happening there like in April. Because that's when, you know. Okay, anyway. When do we do the loser bracket? Right after this. Okay, so we got Vivi versus Usopp. Let's see what they get. A beauty pageant. All right, now hold on now a second, okay? Usopp is pretty. Usopp is beautiful. A beauty pageant. Oh, this is another high diff for Vivi, I think. Usopp wins. Let's just call it. Usopp wins. Come on now. A beauty competition. Yeah, Vivi wins this one. Vivi. Usopp is ripped. Well, okay. Now, wait. Hold on a minute now. Because let's not look at this from the perspective of just like, you know, men are beautiful too. I mean, you could say beautiful. There's no such thing as a handsome competition. There probably is. But like when it comes to beauty competition, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, okay? You know, like you're gonna, if you're gonna judge like Vivi's beauty and Usopp's beauty, you're not gonna be looking at the same qualities. You know what I mean? Like there are gonna be different criteria for each person, right? Yeah. Nah, Usopp gonna pull out a... No. There are more, yes, that's true, but there are more Vivi simps than Usopp simps. Yeah, that's also true there, you know? Did you read these cards before the start? Because Vivi has had a cheerleading and a beauting contest. We shuffled the deck! We shuffled it! I had a card shuffler! I shuffled it in the card shuffler on stream! I'm not stacking the deck here, ladies and gentlemen. Vivi is just getting things that maybe Vivi takes the whole thing. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, and also, like, you know, what if you're not attracted to women? What if you're not attracted to Vivi and you're attracted to Usopp instead? Like, I think we should at least put this up to a poll. You know? Yeah. I see we put it to a vote. I'd say so, too. Okay. Who wins a beauty pageant? How do you spell pageant? I got it. All right, Usopp or Vivi? Vivi could very well just get like event after event that she's perfectly suited to, and she just wins every single round. Vivi takes this whole thing away. She has to rejoin the Straw Hats at the end of this. I like both. Like, yeah, you have to picture, like, Vivi would come out in probably maybe a very elegant kind of, like, princess dress, like, garb sort of thing. Very elegant. Usopp would probably come out and he would, like, you know, flex a little bit, like, check out these welcome to the gun show, everybody. And it'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna give some votes for Usopp. Man, works out. He's a tough guy. It's not easy to get a six-pack abs, all right? And, you know, and Usopp's story is very much, he gained a lot of weight at the Boeing Islands, and he got completely shredded in less than 2 years. I mean, he really worked hard at that shit, man. Yeah. But that being said, Vivi still wins this. I mean, like, Vivi's definitely gonna, like, in a competition. But, yeah, I mean, respect that six-pack. It is not hard to get a six-pack, man. Get a six-pack and then maintain a six-pack. That's a lot of damn work, okay? As a bi girl, Vivi wins. I mean, like, yeah. Usopp is very beautiful. It's just I think Vivi wins here. Yeah, Vivi is an icon here. Vivi is queen. She's literally Slay Queen. That's literally her. Oh man. You know, Vivi's got this. She's got like a 65%. She's got like a 15% lead on Usopp, so Vivi gets it, like, obviously. But Usopp did a lot better than I would have thought he would. I mean, like just by the initial, like, Vivi Usopp, obviously Vivi wins. Like, no, like, hold on a minute. Usopp's gonna try here, okay? All right. So Vivi wins the beauty pageant. She's moving along, ladies and gentlemen. She's up here. She hasn't lost it all yet. She's moving along. Okay. All right. Well, now we're going to move down to the losers brackets. So who's going to fight in the loser bracket? So our first loser bracket fight is going to be Usopp versus Nami. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on here. 30% teching your math. Yeah, I suck at that. We've all established if it's a math competition, I'm going to lose. You can always trust on teching to lose a math competition. If it's one-on-one, Kaido wins. If it's teching versus math, always vote on math. All right, what are they doing? Oh, this is... Wow, why does Nami keep getting these? All right. The most dangerous game. For those of you that do not know, the most dangerous game... I don't remember who wrote the book, but Fay Ray is actually in the old school black and white movie, The Most Dangerous Game. It's been remade a few times. It's you're on an island and you're hunted by a crazy hunter. That's the idea of The Most Dangerous Game. People go to a mansion. They shipwreck on an island. They go into this creepy guy's house. I think his name is Count Zoloff or some shit. And he's like, oh, yes, I've hunted rhinos and lions and tigers and bears, but that doesn't prelude the most dangerous game. And then he lets people loose on his island and he goes hunting after them and shit like that, okay? So it's Usopp and Nami on this isolated desert island being chased at by an expert hunter, like one of the best trackers, best hunters of all time, okay? And that's Count Zoloff, and he's hunting them with a higher-powered rifle. Okay. Usopp's literally lived for 2 years on an island, which made him learn survival skills. Like, he had to have survival skills on the Boeing archipelago. Like, he lived on a jungle with giant animals, giant insects, and giant plants that want to eat you every single day. I think Usopp wins the most dangerous game, and I think he might be able to best Count Zoloff. Count Zoloff is like, I don't even know if, like, am I using his name correctly? Hold on a minute. Let me look up The Most Dangerous Game. It's a good movie. Really, go look into it. I love Fay Ray. She's probably one of my favorite. Her and hold on a second. Let me look this up. There's so many different versions of The Most Dangerous Game. Okay. The Zaroff, that was it. Zaroff was name. I was calling him Zoloff. But yeah, Fay Ray and Audrey Hepburn are our two favorite like old school movie actresses. I was on an Audrey Hepburn kick a few months ago. I watched a bunch of her stuff, actually. Really, I watched Roman Holiday and I watched Sabrina. Sabrina, kind of a weird movie, but they're both really good. Roman Holiday was really good. Okay, so yeah. Most Dangerous Game. Count Zaroff. Count Zaroff. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think Usopp wins this. I think he beats him. He's like the best hunter ever. I think he's based off of like a real world big game hunter, but it's Usopp. Yeah. Sorry, Nami. I think this is out for Nami. Is this it? Is this it for Nami? Is she just kicked out of the tournament here? This kind of sucks, but like she kept getting competitions that involved her in, like, life or death stakes. She gets killed by Zoro and then gets shot by Count Zaroff. Oh, man. And Count Zaroff is not interested in, like, you could maybe argue Nami could, like, beguile him or, like, seduce him, maybe. Count Zaroff is not interested in that. The only thing that gets Count Zaroff excited anymore, like, I think there's a scene in the movie or the book where he literally talks about, like, the only thing that gives him pleasure anymore is hunting humans. Like, that is his thing. He hunts humans for sport, all right? He's not interested in, like, Nami being hot or anything like that. He's just out to kill, all right? Nami really went through the ringer on this. She really did. Yeah. Oh, wait, yeah, but then again, wait a minute. Nami has her climb attack. We're giving the Straw Hats their gear. Okay. But who would win the most dangerous game? Huh. Usopp is definitely better at surviving in a jungle. But if Count Zaroff is just like a really good shot with a gun, well, I mean, okay. If Count Zaroff has a high-powered rifle and he shoots either Usopp or Nami in the head, they're going to die. This is not Sanji or Luffy or whoever that has armament hockey. If they get shot in the head with a high-powered rifle, they're dead. All right? So, there's no money. There's no prize. The prize is you get to live. Yeah. But Usopp is a ranged fighter, though. So I guess who survives the most dangerous game? I guess who kills Count Zaroff the fastest, I guess, would be who wins the most dangerous game. Who survives the night or kills the hunter. And in which case, I think Usopp kills Count Zaroff first. He's a sniper, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, he has observation hockey. He doesn't have armament. There's a big difference there. Yeah, but if he has observation, he can sense what's going on. Yeah, they would win in different ways. Or maybe not. I mean, like one of them could get tripped up by a trap in the jungle, and then Count Zaroff shoots him in the back of the head, and they're just dead. All right? But I'm thinking of a draw on this one, honestly. I am thinking of a draw on this one. Because they do have, in the movies and in the book, they don't have, like Nami has basically superpowers. You know what I mean? Like, she's not herself, like, well, she is superhuman, but, like, she has a magical wand that could summon lightning. So that kind of throws, like, okay. All right, here's my idea. We're going back to the Hunger Games shit again. All right? Now, I already said it was Count Zaroff. We're not going to do, I was going to say, maybe I draw a card to see who's hunting them. But we already confirmed it's Count Zaroff. Like, we're just going to do that from the movie. All right. Yeah. I think a draw sounds fair for this one. All right, so it's a draw. So let's do another one. All right, Usopp versus Nami again. Can Nami please not get something that involves putting her in a life or death scenario? Could she get the beauty competition or the surfing competition, please? Oh my god. All right, all right. Who the hell is Count Zaroff? Go read The Most Dangerous Game. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. I think they would just both kill Zaroff. Yeah, that would probably be what happens. Okay. All right. Okay, this one. Thumb wrestling. Okay, they both kill Count Zaroff, and then it is resolved by a thumb wrestling competition. Thumb wrestling. Wow, okay. Like, Usopp wins, Usopp's stronger. Yeah, I guess it would come down to, like, the strength of your thumb, like the strength, like your grip strength. I guess who has the better grip strength? That would probably be Usopp, yeah. Especially since, well, I don't know, because Usopp uses his slingshot, but Nami has her climb attacked. Oh, man. No one wins this. They're just in competition after competition. They're evenly matched in all respects. Nami would distract him. Okay, now that is a legitimate thing in thumb wrestling, though. If you're thumb wrestling, psyching out your opponent, that's a thing. That's a thing. Oh, man. What are we doing? Nami and Usopp are in the middle of a thumb wrestling competition after they just killed Count Zaroff on a deserted island. Okay. Seducing would work on Usopp. Oh my god. Nami plays dirty. Okay, look, I'm just saying, like, if they're at a table in the jungle, they're in Count Zaroff's, like, veranda. They killed Count Zaroff. They're on the veranda. They're on a table on the patio looking out below the jungle doing a thumb wrestling competition. If all Nami really has to do to distract Usopp is basically just like, oh my god, it's so hot and moist out here in the jungle. Oops, you know, like, and Nami does that type of shit too, so it would work on Usopp. Oh man. Usopp is better at cheating. I think Nami is better at cheating in this context. I think with this, oh my god. This is tough. I'll put it up. I'll put this one up to a poll. These two will never. Well, it's kind of hard to draw in a thumb wrestling competition. You know what I mean? It's like there's a winner and there's a loser on that one. Yeah. Okay, who wins thumb wrestling? Usopp, Nami. Oh man. What kind of tricks would Usopp play on Nami? Nami's thing would probably be seduction. Usopp's would be, I don't know, like oiling up like no, that would make it worse for him if he oiled up his hand. Then he would lose it. Well, I guess, no, if he covered his thumb in like butter or oil or something, well, that would make it more difficult for Nami to pin him, but that would also make it more difficult for Usopp to pin Nami. This is a thumb wrestling competition we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Is cheating allowed? I mean, yeah. I mean, like, we've already, like, The Most Dangerous Game doesn't involve getting shot in the, like, Zaroff getting shot in the head, but, like, here it is. So, yeah. Nails on a chalkboard. How's he going to do nails on a chalkboard when one of his hands, I guess he could pull out, he has to hold the chalkboard while raking it. I don't know. Oh, this is tough. He oils only his thumbnail. So only his thumbnail. I guess that would work. I feel like the oil would spread pretty quickly and smear around the hands. Yeah. There's a million bugs under your skin. Okay, I could see Usopp doing that. I could see Usopp using Usopp's spell and just like, hey, Nami, there's a spider in your hair. Oh my god, what are you doing? Usopp, shut up. No, there's no spider in my hair. No, it's a giant spider. We were just out in the jungle. That's a giant wandering spider, Nami. If that thing bites you, you're dead. You know, like, okay, I can see Usopp pulling that shit off. Yeah. Count Zoloff got back up. What? Lie comes true, and there's actually a spider in her hair. Oh. Oh, man. Yeah, think 1,000 thumbtacks under your thumbnail. It's like, no! You know, it's like, ah. I think I see where the wind is blowing on this one now. You're right. Nami's going to have seduction. Usopp's going to have a lot more in his, he's going to have a lot more in his repertoire, his utility belt of lies, to get Nami to maybe be a little distracted. Because if he just keeps throwing, like, there's a spider in your hair, there's bamboo shoots up your nails, you know, there's a rat at your, like gnawing on your foot, you know what I mean? Like, if he just keeps doing that, I think it's going to psychologically manipulate Nami enough. And Nami's just, I mean, her boobs are definitely a distraction in this context. You know, if Usopp could always just look up. He could just, like, you know, Nami can't shut her ears. She physically can't. She can close one ear, but she has the other thumb in the competition, so she cannot stop Usopp from saying this shit. Usopp can just kind of look away, you know? Like, yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah. Usopp isn't Sanji. He doesn't care about her beauty. Usopp is going to get okay, Usopp would get distracted by Nami's boobs. That's not like, it's not like, hey, Usopp, check out these. And it's just like, Usopp's like, I don't care. It's like, no, Usopp would get distracted by boobs. Okay, but I feel like he could just look away from them, all right? And he would be fine. He would be 100% distracted by Nami's boobs. All right. All right, all right, all right. I think a thumb wrestling tournament? Yeah, it's all a thumb wrestling. I love the people that are coming in halfway through and they don't know and they just assume they're all the same thing. It's great. Usopp wins this. Usopp wins. All right. Okay, Usopp. I'm sorry, Nami. Nami loses the tournament. 2 and out, guys. Nami didn't even have a win. There had to be a loser in the tournament. I'm sorry. Hey, Nami took out Count Zoroff. She helped take him out or whatever. They both killed him. So there you go. Yeah. Poor Nami. She was in only 2. She was in the Hunger Games and she was in the Most Dangerous Game. The thumb wrestling competition is not life or death. All right, yeah. Sorry, Nami. She's the loser of the losers. First one out of the Straw Hats is Nami. How far are we into this already? We're already an hour and 12 minutes into this, and we have our first loser of the bracket. Okay. It is not her day. I'm sorry, Nami. It's not her day. But maybe Vivi will carry on the will. That's why I'm also glad I included Vivi on this list. Okay. You know, Nami can now, she's now going to go over to the betting corner and figure out who's going to win this next. Okay, who's next? By the way, everybody enjoying themselves, everyone having a good time. We could take I'm going to take a little bit of a drink break here. Hold on. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to check my text really quick here. Thumb wrestling to the death. Do. My phone got some weird update last night. It's got some like try new AI. Yeah. It is not her day. Having a great time teching. Well, thank you. All right. We got Franky versus... Wait, no. That was round 8. So, yeah, right down here. Okay. Round 9, we have loser's bracket. We have Franky versus Luffy. If Luffy loses this, he's out of the tournament. He's out. He's done. All right? There would be then Nami and Luffy in the loser's bracket. So, Franky as well. I mean, if Franky loses, this is the loser's bracket. This is their second chance. There's got to be losers. People are going to start dropping out. Like, that's just how it goes, right? Okay. But Nami's going to win big money betting on these fights from now on. Absolutely. All right. Next up, Franky versus Luffy. What are they going to be doing? Okay. Musical chairs. A musical chair competition. All right. Musical chairs. So, They have a bunch of chairs. And I guess I don't even know how you do musical chairs with just two people. I guess you just have two chairs or one chair. I guess you just have one chair. Like, Luffy stomps this. Luffy can stretch. Yeah, I think Luffy's gonna take this, Franky. Aw, man, Franky's like my favorite Straw Hat, too. Brook would be playing the music. Brook would be in the background on the piano playing the music, the musical chairs music. I don't even know what musical chairs music is. Hold on, I'm just gonna type in musical chairs and see what comes up on first thing on YouTube. Musical chairs song. I didn't even know there was a musical chairs song. The hell is this? Okay, so Brook is doing the synth beat. Brook has upgraded his musical. He has a whole DJ thing back there. He has like a synth beat going on. Like, okay, sure. All right, that's musical chairs music. All right. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess Luffy could stretch, but Franky could just build a chair in 2 seconds. Like, no, I think Luffy wins this. Luffy's way faster, and he could stretch at the last minute, and he can, like Franky would think he won, and then Luffy would just whoop, and then, like, just zip over. Yeah. Musical chairs in a club. I don't want to play that one for too long. I don't know if this one is copyrighted. Yeah, because this is like a YouTube, actually, this is like a YouTube Kids thing. I don't know if this is copyrighted or not. I don't want to play a lot of it. Yeah, the point of the game is not to make a chair. That's not the point of musical chairs. It's musical chairs actually involves a lot of people. Like, just doing it with, I guess, down to 2 people would be the final thing. So there's just one chair, and they dance and dance and dance around the chairs over and over and over again. And then Brook stops the music, and the first person to sit in the chair wins. And I feel like that's going to be Luffy. All right, because he's just quicker. You know, like, yeah. Luffy does have great rhythm. Yeah, absolutely. Franky having a deployable chair butt makes so much sense. I could see him having like a little stool that pops out of his butt, but like that's not the point of it. It's the point of it is sitting in that specific chair, and there can only be one winner, and that's the whole idea. Yeah. Franky just keeps making chairs, and the game never ends. Yeah, I mean, that is definitely something that could happen, but the game has to end at some point. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and Brook is like, guys, can we go to bed, please? Like, yeah, Luffy wins. Luffy wins. All right, Luffy wins it. Franky's out. Nami and Franky are both out of the tournament, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry, Nami and Franky fans out there. Me included on that one. That hurt. That hurt. Okay, what's next? We have Zoro versus Robin. All right. I really want Robin to win this. I got to be honest with you. I do not want Robin to go 1. I'm 2 and out in this tournament. I really want Robin to carry the day here. Yeah. So, what do we got, guys? Okay, this is Robin loses. Robin loses. It's a swim race. Damn it, another water-based one. In which case, we already allowed... Well, okay, hold on a second. We got to decide on this here, because the first time we did this, they were both Devil Fruit users, and we just ditched the cards. Is it fair to have the water cards? Because they're Devil Fruit users, you know? Yeah, rigged. Yeah, this is like, because we pulled one of these before. We pulled the synchronized swimming one, but it was between Brook and Luffy. So there was no point in doing it, so we just ditched them. And I'll leave it up to chat on this one. So the first one didn't really count because of that. So now we have a water-based sport with a Devil Fruit user and a non-Devil Fruit user. Okay? And we had surfing earlier, but that was between Sanji and Franky, and they didn't have a Devil Fruit power, so they could surf. Okay, redo. I'm seeing a lot of it. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of redos, recount. Okay, all right. If it's anything water based, And if it's water-based and they're not devil fruit users, then it's fine. But if it's water-based and one is or they're both devil fruit users, that's fine too, because we'll just do a redo. They both lose. But if it's one or the other, like, that's not fair. That's not fair. Tekking sabotages every woman except Vivi. I wanted Nami to win. All right. Yeah, Zoro might just get lost anyway. So, yeah, anyway. Wait, what was it? It was a race. It was a race, implying that there's an... Wait a minute. No, I mean, it would be a draw then, because Robin wouldn't be able to finish, and Zoro probably wouldn't either. It's a race. That means there's a finish line. Yeah, I mean, that does count. Like, that kind of solved itself right there, honestly. These cards are stacked, man. Yeah. If it was a swim competition, right? Like, if it was like who can swim the best routine or something, then yeah. But there's a finish line. Zoro's gonna miss the damn finish line. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, this is okay. This is another complicated one. But I think both of these characters might have... Like, you're probably going to say Robin immediately, but I think a strong case could be made for Zoro on this one, okay? The Game of Thrones. Okay. Robin, very manipulative, very tactical person. But... you also have people that aren't necessarily super smart that do really well in the Game of Thrones. Zoro's not stupid. Zoro's powerful. He's a very strong force. So in the Game of Thrones, we're literally putting Zoro, strong warrior, against Robin, very brilliant tactician person. This is who would win the Game of Thrones. Like, I could see Zoro forming an army and like, we attack King's Landing, men, and I could also see Robin like, we will, infiltrate King's Landing and usurp the throne. Like, this is actually kind of complicated here. Zoro just overthrows anyone. Yeah. But Robin's also there and it's like, Game of Thrones is basically being smart means nothing more than being strong. I mean, there's characters in Game of Thrones that have nothing going for them except their strength, and that doesn't get them very far, and there's other characters that do get very far because of that. Robin makes a deal with Queen. I've never seen the Game of Thrones. Well, then this, yeah. Oh, man. Wait, how are we ranking them? I don't know. It's the Game of Thrones. Who would stand against Zoro's Conqueror's Haki? That's a good point. That's a good point. But winning the Game of Thrones it's not just about killing everyone and then sitting on a throne. It's about getting the support of the people on that front, too. It's a political game. It's a political game of intrigue and shit. Like, Zoro's a very charismatic leader. I mean, so is Robin, if we're being honest. But, like, I don't see Zoro or Robin getting manipulated by other people for their own devices. Like, Robin definitely not. Zoro probably more likely, but even then, I think Zoro would just kill anybody that tried to manipulate him, Which is not necessarily the way you win the Game of Thrones, just by killing everybody that comes close to you. All right? Like, Zoro could kill everybody around him and then take the throne, but then, like, who does he roll over at that point, Zoro just becomes a dictator. Oh, man. Do we do another draw on this one? I'll put it to a vote. I'll put it to a vote. I don't know how to put it to a vote, though, because do I do Robin, Zoro, and a draw for this one? I never did that with any of the other ones. Sandor Clegane who is the mountain. Or no, Gregor Clegane, sorry. Sandor Clegane is the hound. Gregor is the mountain, who's like probably like one of the physically strongest warriors. And like he doesn't just like, oh, well, he could just kill everybody and become the king. And just like, well, he probably could kill most people. Yeah. Zoro wins easy, but okay. I don't see necessarily Zoro winning with also Robin here doing her like manipulation tactics to get to the throne here. The Game of Thrones is like, you know, it's a complicated thing here. Zoro wins people to his side. Robin could do that too, easily. I think Robin would be better at that, actually. The Game of Thrones comes down to swaying greater houses to follow in your get the favor of the Tyrells and the Starks and everything like that. Like who would back like Zoro and Robin? You know what I mean? Like would I feel like the Starks would back Zoro. I feel like the Tyrells would definitely back Robin. Who would the Lannisters back? I could see them looking at like Robin being super manipulative and being like, yeah, we kind of like her. She knows what she's doing. She's has a very smart head on her shoulders. Let's make her the queen. Or she might be like, she's too smart for her own good. Let's back this swordsman guy. You know? Okay. I'm gonna break something down here with Zoro, because Zoro is fucking crazy strong, right? Zoro, like everyone thinks like Zoro could just kill everybody. All right, let me ask you a serious question here. All right. So Zoro is crazy powerful, right? He's super strong. One of the big feats of Conqueror's Haki we've seen in One Piece is when Luffy knocked out 50,000 fishmen at Fishman Island. That's absurd. That's a really big number. But army sizes in Game of Thrones, we're talking like if you mobilized like all the Lannisters and all of the Starks and all of these lesser houses, I mean, you're talking ultimately armies that are millions strong. Okay, we know there's about 1 million people that live in King's Landing alone. You know what I mean? And by the way, Conqueror's Haki wouldn't kill them; they would just knock them out, which is not the same thing as just like when King Aegon because you could make a comparison. Yeah, I don't think Lannisters want competition. You could make a comparison between Zoro and Aegon here, where Aegon shows up with his fucking dragons, and even then they resisted. It wasn't like Aegon showed up with his dragons and every great house just bent the knee immediately. There was a fucking war. There were battles, and it took a while for Aegon to subjugate everybody. It wasn't just like, Aegon has dragons, let's just instantly give him the 7 kingdoms. Or I guess it was the 6 kingdoms back then, because Dorne wasn't involved. But yeah, Zoro against 100,000, easy. Zoro, like how many, like basically what I'm saying is, Zoro one guy against an entire army. Like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. Like, that's a lot of people, you know? Like, yeah. Zoro equals Jon Snow. Well, they have to try for the throne at least. I'm not going to just have it be like, Zoro is like, I don't want the throne, and then the match is over. People will start to follow him, that's true, like Aegon. But what I'm saying is it's not a sure thing. Like, I think I saw some people saying, like, oh, Zoro would just get it. Like, they would see his power, they would all bow before him. Like, that's not happened with Aegon, so it wouldn't be what happened here. They would see Zoro, this crazy powerful swordsman. He has this psychic power to just knock out a shitload of people around him, okay? Yeah, there would definitely be people that would bow before him, but, like, other houses would be like, we're going to try to kill this son of a bitch. You know what I mean? We're going to try to fight him. And then Robin would also come into that, and she'd be like, I know this man. And she has powers too. You know, like, yeah, she doesn't have Conqueror's Haki, but she has some pretty cool abilities too, man. She could take out a lot of people at once. She could just snap everybody's fucking neck, you know? Political marriage. It's a draw. Okay, you know what? That might end up being kind of like these two super powered characters show up in Westeros. By the way, magic exists. It's very rare in Game of Thrones, but magic exists. Renly used shadow magic to fucking kill Stannis used shadow magic to kill Renly. That's a thing that exists. So there might be a thing at some point where Zoro's getting really powerful and they're like, let's use fucking shadow magic to kill this guy. Or Robin, for that matter. It could be either of them. Zoro's not immune to fucking shadow magic. You know? Oh. Oda said no ships. Well, we're not in One Piece anymore. We're in Westeros now. All right. Okay. I've laid out what I think about this. Try not to think of this as a sheer contest of just Zoro walks into Westeros, kills everybody in 2 seconds, and then just sits on the throne and calls it a day. Like, there would be a massive war here. Zoro would be on one side, allying with certain houses. Robin would be allying with certain houses. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the Baratheons might side with Zoro because he has, like, all about strength. I feel like he could rally the Starks and the Baratheons pretty easily. The Lannisters would be split because it's like both of them are really powerful and they don't really know who to back. I don't know who the Martells would back. I feel like the Tyrells would back Robin. I'm going to go, okay. I'll go with three-way here. Because this is a tough one. Okay. Who wins? Who claims the Iron Throne? And I will do a draw here, because this one is, I'm very split on this one here. Okay. God. All right, here we go. Every chance you do My Hero Academia or Black Clover content, maybe we could do some streams like this about My Hero or Black Clover or something. That's not a bad idea. Oh, wow. This is actually... Yeah. Like a lot more people are going Robin on this one, actually. Holy shit. I feel like Zoro in Westeros would become a pretty strong, well-respected knight. He would become a knight pretty quickly. He might also even become the leader of a great house. Like Zoro might become king of the North here. Like, I could see that. I could see Zoro gaining the respect of the Northmen pretty well. Of gaining the respect of the Starks and like the king of the North. They also have enough booze. You know, they're the ones that hang out and drink a shitload of booze all day and hunt and have a good time. Like Zoro would be right at home in the North. Okay? Whereas Robin would be in Dorne meeting with the Prince of Dorne, like having a conversation about like political intrigue and manipulation and shit like that. Like, yes, what about your fleets today? And you know what I mean? Like she would organize naval power. That's like a whole other fucking contest here. Like who controls the Navy and shit? Zoro could probably ally with the Ironborn pretty well, I guess. So the Ironborn is like a really strong navy, but like all the other navies from all the other houses, I don't know, man. This is what the Game of Thrones is. This is what it is right here, man. Yeah. Robin plays the political game better than Zoro. I think that's how it goes. Yeah. Exactly. Zoro would have respect. Robin would get power, like a lot of power. Yeah. And I mean, like, look, could you say here, Zoro walks into fucking King's Landing, boom, just keeps exerting Conqueror's Haki and just slices down every guard, every soldier that approaches him, and just storms into the Red Keep and cuts down Joffrey and splits him in two and just plops himself down on the fucking throne and be like, it's mine, bitches. Like, yeah, Zoro could do that, sure, but like, all the other houses are going to lead into this massive war here, and I think Robin would probably come out the victor on that one. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, the Starks died, so, yeah. Also, is Is Zoro immune to like things like poison and shit? Because there's more discreet ways to get rid of a motherfucker. Yeah, he basically did that at Arlong Park, yeah. Then again, they didn't have a giant army at Arlong Park. Yeah, Zoro could definitely go in there and kill everybody and take the chair. Robin wins the Game of Thrones, though, ultimately. Yeah. Zoro eats poison with razor blades in it. That's fair. All right, Robin is winning this. I mean, it's 31% for Zoro, 44 for Robin, and then 25% for a draw. Robin has like a 14%, 13%-ish lead on Zoro here. I guess the draw is the political marriage idea, maybe. Yeah. All right. I think Zoro rules over the dead. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Yep. Robin's just better at manipulating others and getting people on her side. Like, yeah. Yeah. Okay, Robin wins. All right. So Zoro's out. So we have Luffy. No, Luffy won. So we have Nami, and we have Franky, and we have Zoro out of the tournament at this point. But I think we now move up back to the main bracket here, to our semifinal rounds here. Yeah. Yeah, so we have, wait, what was that round? That was round 10, so we're about halfway through it. Yeah, I think we're almost done. There might be a round 21 if necessary. We'll have to see how it goes. So next up we have Chopper versus Sanji. Chopper and Sanji, ladies and gentlemen. I should probably do this to make sure like what we're actually on right now. I'm going to put chapters up when I upload this, like when the fights start, like who fights what. But yeah, so we're up to Chopper versus Sanji. Doctor versus Cook. All right. What do we got here? Okay. Battle of the Bands. I'm happy it's not Brook in this one because that would be just a takeaway, you know? Battle of the Bands. Chopper versus Sanji. Okay. What is Sanji and Chopper's primary instrument? What instrument would they probably implement here? Who could rock out the fastest? Brook is the judge, obviously. Brook wins. Brook wins regardless. Yeah. Who can sing? Who could... No, it's a band. It's a band competition, so it's like playing an instrument. Chopper's good at surgical instruments. Yeah. Okay. Chopper has a triangle. Ding! I mean, like, we haven't seen Zoro or we haven't seen Sanji or Chopper have, like, a, have, like, a competition. Like, we've never seen them, like playing an instrument, so I'm not really sure on this one here. I feel like I'm picturing Sanji playing a guitar. Yeah, I'm picturing Sanji playing a guitar for some reason. I'm picturing Chopper, nothing with, because, like, he has hooves. Although I guess he could go into his heavy point and he can have fingers and he could play, like, bass or something. Chopper on the piano? Yeah. Sanji plays the spoons, guitar Sanji. See, that's what, I am considering a reroll on this one just because in my vast One Piece knowledge... I have not encountered anything in the One Piece story that indicates the musical ability of either Sanji or Chopper. You know? Like, I really, like, the surfing thing we could kind of work with, but, like, who would be, like, we've never seen them play an instrument. I don't know who would be better at what. We would literally just be guessing here. You know? Yeah, I feel like Sanji's playing a guitar and Chopper's playing the bongos. Sure, I'm okay with that, but how good is Sanji playing the guitar? How good is Chopper at the drums? We've never seen them do anything like that. We just don't know how proficient they would be at this. I'm thinking reroll on this. I think it's very niche. I think they both kind of suck. Honestly, like if you've never played a guitar before, if Sanji's never played a guitar, he picks up a guitar and tries to play it, he's gonna suck. If Chopper has never been on drums before, he's just gonna be like, he's not gonna, like, could they figure out a beat? Sure. Like, you could figure out a beat on drums. Sanji could string together a chord or two, like, sure, but like, are they going to be up there, you know, playing like, you know, like, you know, like, are they going to be like doing Freebird and shit? Like, no, like, it's not going to be happening here. Yeah. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Okay, Battle of the Bands, I'm thinking it's a competition of instruments, not a competition of just singing skill. Yeah. Sanji's on saxophone. But Sanji was royalty. He had access to instruments. I don't think Judge gave a shit about his kids knowing how to play instruments. But Chopper's doctoring, teching. Everybody's saying Sanji's on saxophone. Where is Sanji playing a saxophone at? Is it in one of the openings? But even if it's okay, all right, that gives us something to work with, I guess. Yeah, every time they've showed possible music prowess, I'm going to assume it's even in the fucking, like, intro, you see, like, the intro's playing. How well does, you know, Sanji, I don't know. I think we redo this one. I think they both suck. I think they both suck at playing instruments. They can maybe get a beat, and that's it, and then Brook's there, like, how about we try something else? You guys tried your best. All right. Well, he's French. He's French, so he knows jazz or something. Like, okay, whatever. All right, moving on. What's the next option here? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. This is one that I think has a canonical answer to it because I think Oda revealed it in an SBS. A marathon. You're going to say Sanji. I think Oda has clarified Chopper is the fastest when he's in his walk point. You're going to say Sanji because I know he's fast. But I think in a track race, I think it literally Oda said Chopper is the fastest. No, he has not. I think he has. Let me pull it up. Volume 85. Was it volume 85? Yeah. Who is the fastest crewmate? Oh, no, okay, no. It's Sanji is, okay, you know what's funny? It was Brook that's actually the fastest. Who would win a 50-meter race? Okay, I was wrong on this. So, number one, I was wrong on number one completely. Number one is Brook. Number one is fucking Brook. He's actually the fastest. Then Sanji. Then Luffy. Then Chopper. I thought Chopper would rank a lot higher. Oh, wait, no. He goes on to clarify, Chopper would be ranked higher if he used walk points. Or another translation is Chopper is ranked high because he can use walk point. Either way, he's ranking fourth here. Maybe Chopper can outspeed Luffy if he's in walk point in just a race kind of situation, a marathon situation. But I feel like Sanji, okay, if Sanji is, and Brook is apparently the fastest. Also, this is before Wano, so this is before Sanji unlocks his Germa tech, which you can assume is making him even faster. So, yeah, Sanji wins this. But he doesn't leave Chopper in his dust. Chopper maybe keeps up with him for a bit, but Sanji eventually beats him. Yeah. Okay, I was wrong about that SBS. I could have sworn it was... I remembered something weird about Chopper being mentioned with Walk Point in that. Yeah. How long is the marathon? How long is a standard, like what, like a 50K? How long is a standard marathon? I feel like it's not an absurd... How long does it take to run a marathon? The length of a full marathon is always 26.2 miles. The length comes into play again when the games came to London in 19... Okay, so it seems like the full marathon length, which is what I'm assuming this is about 26 miles. 26 miles, 42 kilometers. I think either of them can run that. Chopper in his walk point, Sanji running. I mean, like a 26-mile run is a long time, but humans and athletes can do it in our world. You know, Chopper and Sanji could definitely pull off. They'll finish the marathon. They're not going to like Chopper's not going to like pass out halfway through. Yeah, Sanji wins this. Sanji wins this. Sorry, Chopper. You did good, though. You did good. I mean, that's not a bad competition. It's just that Sanji's slightly faster. Probably way faster after Wano. After he unlocks his germ attack, he's really fast. It's arguable Sanji moves faster than sound after the events of Wano. He can move so fast you can't see him. Like, yeah. All right. Humans would beat deer in marathons. Humans have crazy endurance. Yes, deer naturally, but Chopper is a human deer, so it's like, you know, yeah. All right, next up, we have Brook versus Vivi. Well, we already burned the Battle of the Bands competition, so... But then again, we also went through the beauty pageant competition and the cheerleading competition, too. So, I don't know. I don't know about this one. All right. Okay. We have Brook versus Vivi. What are they fighting in? I hope it's something that favors Vivi, because I kind of want Vivi to keep moving on. So I got to be honest with you. I shouldn't have a bias, but my bias is kind of on Vivi right now. I got to be honest with you. Okay, all right. Are we going to have another extremely well-catered competition for Vivi again? I don't know. Let's see, Tekking. Let's see, Barry. What do we got here? Okay. All right. I don't know about this one. You guys are going to have to leave it up to you. Okay, so it's baseball, but obviously you can't play baseball with just one person. So the way the card is, team sport, all fighters multiply by 9. So there are 9 Brooks and there are 9 Vivis playing a game of baseball. If that sounds too stupid, we can re-roll it. We can redraw it. We can burn it. But that's what we got. Re-roll it. Okay, all right. Let's do this again. Let's leave this up to a poll. Re-roll. Let's do this. I'm gonna go grab myself a refill of tea. I'll be right back. You guys vote. I don't know about this one. I don't know about the baseball one. All right. Are we playing baseball? What's going on? No, re-roll. I don't know if that's no re-roll or no, re-roll it, but it says re-roll, yes. Okay, we'll re-roll it. There's a couple of those in there that require, like... Okay, but if we're re-rolling that, anytime we draw something that requires, like, a team sport, like multiply the fighters or whatever... It would be funny if it was Robin, actually, because Robin can actually multiply herself anyway. But okay. What do we got? Oh my god, another team sport, hockey. So the exact same thing. Okay, can we get something that's not a team sport here? Okay. Okay. This is something. This is something here. Hold on. Let me pull up the round. Okay, Brook versus Vivi. Okay. Just keep refilling till Vivi wins, I guess. I mean, it's the same thing. It's baseball and then hockey. It's the same exact thing. All right, here we go. Best at evading intergalactic bounty hunters. I would say Brook probably wins this just because he's a skeleton and he could just look like he's dead. All right? Yeah. Now, Vivi is pretty good at hiding because she hid inside of Baroque Works, you know, she's like pulling a thing. But like Brook can literally just pretend to be dead. Okay, like Brook does not need to do anything for this. Brook just needs to sit on the couch and the predator walks in like and he sees a skeleton on the fucking couch and he's just going to be like and then he's just going to leave. All right? He doesn't have a heat signature, you know? Brook has this one in the bag. Yeah. So Brook wins this. I think this is a no contest for Brook anyway. Brook wins this. Vivi would give it her best try. She would hide. I'm picturing Vivi as like a final girl, and like instead of Arnold, it's Vivi and the Predator, where Vivi's running through the jungle trying to hide from the Predator or some shit. You know, but like ultimately the Predator's gonna kill Vivi. I'm sorry, Vivi. You have a second chance though. This is the first time Vivi's out. First time Vivi's out in the tournament, so she's not out yet. Brook might be able to take this whole tournament though. Brook might take the whole thing. All right. That was round 12, so I think we go back down to the losers bracket here. Yes. Okay. Yeah, like Brook can win this by literally doing nothing. He just doesn't need to do shit. Okay, no. Here's what he does. He takes off his clothes and he just lays in the corner. Like, he just finds a pile of skeletons that the bounty hunter has already killed and just hides in the pile of skeletons. He wins this. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. No, well, intergalactic bounty hunter... I'm picturing, hoping Vivi wins so that she can win against Sanji easily. Well, wait a minute. If he's an intergalactic bounty hunter, the Straw Hats have bounties. Brook's wanted poster has his picture on it. Hold on a second here. This might not be as simple as I thought now. Wait a minute. Huh. Like, if it's an intergalactic bounty hunter, and wait a minute, hold on. Intergalactic bounty hunters with an S. There's more than one of them. Okay. So, they're intergalactic bounty hunters. They have the Straw Hats canonically have bounties. Like, this is actually a good one for this because they have bounties. I'm assuming Vivi has one too. Like, Vivi is a fucking princess. They know what Vivi looks like. They know what Brook looks like. All right? They've come to the planet to hunt for specifically Brook and Vivi, and they have photos of both of them, and they know what they look like. All right? I thought I'm so confused. I thought it was sports. It's everything. But Brook is the hide-and-seek goat. He's the hide-and-seek goat because he's a skeleton. But if they know he's a skeleton with an afro, mind you, not just a normal skeleton. All right, I'll leave it up to a poll on this one. Because I didn't realize, like, they're bounty hunters. The Straw Hat, they have bounties. Bounties is a system in the One Piece world, for fuck's sake. Like, that exists. All right. Who is better at evading alien bounty hunters? I guess. This is so stupid. I think Brook still wins it. I think Brook would still win it because he is faster and stronger than Vivi. Oh, God. All right. Yeah, Brook's not shaving his afro for nothing. Like, that's not happening. Yeah, Brook can play dead, but they know he's a skeleton. It's like, we're looking for a skeleton that has an afro. He's worth 383 clue flarbs. You need to go and find him. It's like, all right, like, you're gonna try to find the skeleton. Find the skeleton that has the afro. I want those clue flarbs. You know, like, that's the exchange rate between berries and clue flarbs. Like, they're really up there. They're up there, guys. For every berry, that's like 100 clue flarbs. All right. He can turn into a ghost and escape. Yeah. All right. Yeah. The Brook still wins it. But I wanted to make sure. Okay. Lots of those clue flarbs. All right. Next round. In the losers bracket, we got Jinbe versus Usopp. All right. Jinbe versus Usopp. What are they doing? No, that's stupid. That's like a race where contestants are riding, and I have to draw a character, like they're riding other characters. That's not, no. We're not doing that one. Hold on. No, that's another team sport one. That's another, no. These, I'm sorry, they're all like very specific card game ones. Like, hold on. Okay, here's something. All right. Boxing. Punches only. So you're not allowed to use any other kinds of martial art or anything. It's just boxing. And I think Jinbe wins this one. All right. Jinbe wins boxing. This is what we did earlier. We did a boxing competition earlier, and Usopp lost. I mean, like, it's boxing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Come on, Jinbe. Yeah, this one is, like, yeah. No discussion warranted. Does Usopp get his afro, though? I mean, yeah, but I don't think he's beating Jinbe in boxing. You know, even if Jinbe can't use karate or judo, it's a boxing competition, he's still beating the shit out of Usopp here. It's a boxing competition. I think Jinbe just wins this. What were the other cards? Like, one of the cards was like a race where all the contestants are riding, and then I have to pull a character card, and they're riding on the back of a random anime character, and like, I thought that was stupid. And then there was just sport cards. You know what I mean? Like, just like football, but a team of 11, you know, like the same stuff before with like hockey and baseball and shit. Yeah. Jinbe wins this. Jinbe wins boxing. I'm sorry, Usopp. All right. Next up, Luffy versus Robin. All right. Let's see what's going on here. If it's anything, I'm telling you guys right now, if this is anything that involves like any sort of intellect on the level of even like playing a game, like a very simple game that involves like any kind of manipulation, Robin takes this away. All right. If it's anything that involves physical strength, like if this was boxing, Luffy would win. All right. Here we go. Who would be the best military general? Now, we're talking military general here. All right? We're talking leader of a shitload of troops here, okay? This is not necessarily you're good at fighting, which Luffy is. This is you're a general, all right? So you're good at what are some good qualities that a general needs to have? Qualities for an army general. Like, I don't know, man. Leadership, integrity, loyalty. This seems like a poster, kind of like confidence, dedication, accept responsibility for things, courageous, flexibility. Well, Robin has flexibility. So does Luffy, actually, for that matter. This is just like a bunch of random, like, this seems like something on a propaganda poster. You know, intelligence, common sense. Oh, that's going to hurt Luffy. That's going to hurt Luffy on that one. Common sense. Oh, boy. Has Luffy ever went into a fight with a plan? He literally charged into Enies lobby pretty damn quickly. Tactics, logistics, understanding of people. Now listen, Luffy has some of these qualities. Luffy does not lack the ability to be a general. But, like, right now in the story, like, in 20 years, maybe Luffy learns a lot of stuff and he ends up like a Shanks figure. And, like, Shanks would be a great general. And I think Luffy could get there at some point. But, like, as he is right now, Luffy is really just, you know, shoot first, ask questions later kind of guy. And, like, yeah, you gotta understand how armies are laid out and how things are organized and tactics on the battlefield and where to arrange infantry and where to send in the artillery and how to command naval units and things like that. Like, you need to know you need to look at a battle map and you need to understand, you need to predict where your enemy is going to be and how they're going to advance and how you can cut them off and you could do a pincer attack and how you can, like, that's what being a war general is about, all right? Like, yeah. And Robin was with revolutionaries for 2 years. That is also true, yes. Let's go into Onigashima. Luffy, stop! Luffy has future sight. Does he have future sight that can predict the outcome of an entire battle? Luffy is literally a leader, but he doesn't do orders or commands. He is a leader in, like, name only. Luffy never orders. Luffy's not even his own captain on the crew. He's not like, hey, hoist the mizzenmast. We're going, you know, well, he'll point to us like, hey, we're going to that island. We're going to Crazy Monster Death Island. And then, like, Nami take care of the rest of it. You know, like, that's basically it. Yeah. I think we're giving the W to Robin on this one. Yeah. Robin can lead the army and stay at the back to give orders, and she can clone herself. Oh my god, that's right. She could fucking clone herself. She could be, her real body could be in the tent, like, you know, 10 miles away, delivering orders and watching the fight from I'm just picturing Robin in a military uniform right now. Still dead sexy. And she's just looking out through binoculars and doesn't even need binoculars. She could see through her other self. She can make clones on the battlefield and shit. Luffy is also, I mean, like, yeah, like you said it best, right there. 8-baller. I mean, Luffy is just too childish to be a general. You know, like Nami locked him in a cage for being a dumbass. You know, like, he's just too childish. Give it like 20 years. Like, I'll tell you what right now. Hold on a minute. Let me pull up something here for you. Like, let me pull up when Oda drew the Straw Hats, like, older. And yeah, like, if it's this Luffy at age 40 or age 60, I can see this guy being a military general. Maybe this guy, like, Luffy picked up some shit. Maybe he lost a little bit of his youthful, like, let's go, guy. Like, maybe he calmed down a little bit. He's a little bit more tactical at age 40 or age 60, right? But Robin is just a better general. Like, right now, Luffy's not it. Yeah. Yeah, he's Garp at age 60, Garp right now. Garp at age 20 might have been a lot like Luffy right now. Yeah, Robin just doesn't age. I forget, what SBS was Robin in that was older? I think that was... It was one of the latter ones. Yeah, I can't remember which one Robin was drawn older in, but she doesn't age. Let's just leave it at that, pretty much. Oh, it was 100? Okay, hold on. If it's 100, then I have that. SBS 100. Yep. Like, here's Robin at age 40 and 60. Yeah, she just doesn't age. She just doesn't age pretty much. How well does Robin age? She doesn't. Okay. All right. So Robin wins. Sorry, Luffy. You're not bad, but you know how to fight, but you need more than that to be a military general. I'm sorry. Yeah. And he gets distracted way too easily. You can't be like, how are we going to do in the battle, General Luffy? He's like, quiet, I'm eating. Nom, nom. But Luffy, the enemies are at the gates. What do we do? I don't know. Fire at him or some shit. I don't know. Nom, nom. You know, yeah. Okay, Robin wins. Okay, that was battle 14, so I guess we're finishing off, no, not yet. We're not going to do all of the losers, but, oh, no, yeah, I guess we are. Okay, next battle, number 15, Chopper versus Jinbe. All right. Chopper versus Jinbe, they are going to be fighting. This is another sport multiplier, laser tag, multiply by 8. If we're just going to burn all the sports ones, I'm just going to burn that. If it's a sport competition that can be done without cloning them, then sure. But the cloning thing is like, eh. Okay. One of those crazy Japanese game shows. All right. Okay. So Chopper and Jinbe are on a crazy Japanese game show. I'll be honest with you. The only experience I have with this is more about that SNL sketch with Chris Farley on a Japanese game show where he somehow keeps winning and winning and winning. You know, but if he's on a Japanese game show and he's Chopper, though, oh, Jinbe would not do well with an audience. I'm not super familiar with these types of game shows. What kind of stuff do you do on a Japanese game show? Like, what kind of competitions do you have on a Japanese game show? Hold on. I got to do a little bit of research into this here. Hold on. Okay. Okay, first of all, what's the most popular Japanese game show? Most popular Japanese game show. It's a game show called Takashi's Castle. No, that's only 2 seasons. Is that the most popular? #1 game show in Japan? Quiz shows with random lobster. Okay, yeah. Takashi's Castle? Okay, a lot of people seem Takashi's Castle. All right. If it's like Takashi's Castle, then Jinbe wins. All right, well, what is Takashi's Castle? What kind of competitions? I don't need to know the whole game. I don't need to know the whole premise of the show. Just what kind of competitions are here? Okay, Takashi's Castle is a Japanese game show that aired between 86 and 90. It features the Japanese comedian Takashi Kitano, okay, who owns a castle and sets up difficult physical challenges for players or a volunteer army to get to him. It's like a ninja war. Okay, so he has a castle and people have to do various competitions to get to him. So he's like the king of the castle and you have to reach the king kind of thing. All right. Challenges. A wide range of challenges were used throughout the history, including a border wall. Wall to freedom becomes far. You can't continue on an empty stomach. Several buns encased in plastic bags are hanging from a rope. In order to win, contestants have to grab a bun with their mouth whilst their arms are affixed to the sides. Oh, this is sounding very physical. This is sounding like a very physical competition, which is not bad for Chopper and Jinbe. Chopper's got his heavy point. Jinbe is also really physical. So for a physical challenge game show, I'd say they're kind of they're built for it, definitely. Like, yeah. First fortress, contestants must climb an extremely narrow and steep staircase holding water pistols, all the while making sure the paper ring attached to their helmet does not get destroyed or soaked. Okay. Excuse me for a second. I got a thing in my throat here. Holy crap. All right. Devil's Domain. A maze composed of either 4-sided or 6-sided rooms that's laid out in a 4x3 rectangle. Contestants have to navigate the maze while avoiding the guards and reach the goal. Some doors lead to a pool of water that contestants can fall into, which also contests as a loss. All right. Well, okay, so you could say the Chopper can't swim, but if he fell in the water, he would lose anyway. Like, if you fall in the water, you lose. So it's not like you need to swim. It's just you fall in the water, you lose. Oh, man, this is tough. This is tough. Revolving coma... I don't know. The contestant must cross 2 planks rotating counterclockwise with one side of the field being covered in mattresses that will push the contestant off. Some of these seem really good for Jinbe, and some of them seem really good for Chopper, honestly. I want to watch an episode of this. I kind of do, too. Yeah. It's an earthquake, Grandpa. Wearing gray wigs and clothing traditionally worn by Japanese elders, contestants have to kneel on a pile of foam blocks and keep their position while the chamber they are in simulates a small earthquake. So Jinbe would be good at that, like Jinbe maintaining his composure while Chopper's like, "Why?" You know, like, so Jinbe would be good at that one, but then there's other ones that involve narrow spaces that, like, Jinbe wouldn't be able to fit into. Oh, man. Man, this is tough. Yeah, let's do a poll on this one. I'll do a draw option on this one too. Okay. Who wins Takashi's Castle game show? Chopper. Yeah, I've never seen this show before, but it seems really fun. Chopper, Jinbe, draw. Oh man, this is tight. This is a tight one right here. Takashi's Castle is hella funny. Seems to be pretty popular. Yeah, the final fight is a water gun battle, but it's a water gun battle apparently in a narrow corridor. Flat chest. While wearing a white bodysuit with Velcro on the front, contestants must swing themselves over a lake, then stick on a Velcro wall in front of them. I see Chopper being better at that than Jinbe. All right. Chopper is also super... He's got so many options with his fucking... with his rumble points and his different points and stuff like that. Contestants choose one of 5 colored ropes, the ends of which are obstructed by a large wall. Contestants then engage in a game with whoever is holding the opposite end of the rope they choose. Okay. Yeah, Chopper's way more versatile for these. Okay, no, here's something else. The contestants would storm the castle in a short-range water gun assault. Later episodes introduce carts with paper rings and eventually lasers and light-sensitive targets. Okay. That's for the final battle into the castle. So if it's not in a tight quarters, Jinbe would be better at that. I think just with Chopper, though, having all the different options, I think Chopper wins this. Because he has, like... Oh, the walk point would be better for this, or kung fu point would be better for this, or, oh, I got to squeeze through something tight. I'm going to go brain point for this one, you know? Yeah, and also, like, water guns, I mean, that's not Jinbe. Jinbe doesn't, he can control water, but he's fighting with a water gun, not using water in his hands. It's about versatility. You can't just win a round so hard it wins the game. You just need to be good enough at a bunch of things. And I think Chopper, you know, Jinbe is multi-talented as well, but Chopper can literally change the shape of his body to different forms depending on what is the most necessary in that arrangement. So I think Chopper wins this. Yeah. And it's close, but I'm going to say Chopper wins this. Yeah. Oh, he's a great father figure, sure. But Chopper's got way more versatility here. All right. Okay, what's the next battle? Battle number 16 of the losers bracket. We got Vivi versus Robin. Again, we have a rematch. That's right. Okay, here comes the rematch you were all waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. We got Vivi versus Robin again. Is it going to be another cheerleading competition? I do not know. I'm loving this stream. I am as well. We got to do this again with, like, I don't know. I might do it again, but might cycle through the deck of cards to make sure we don't get the crappy ones or whatever. I should have done that this morning, but this was like a last-minute kind of thing. Wet t-shirt contest. That's not it, but I don't know. It could be. We'll find out. I don't know if wet t-shirt contest is in this. Oh, my fucking God. It's not wet t-shirt contest. It's a dance-off. It's a dance-off. It's basically the same thing. Dance-off. It's the same shit. Reroll this. It's the same shit, man. Like, okay, all right. I mean, we could basically say the same thing. I mean, like, cheerleading and dancing go pretty much hand in hand, all right? You could even honestly say cheerleading it's a form of dancing. It's just a subset of dancing, okay? The kind of training you would do for cheerleading is probably the same basic kind of shit you would do for dancing. It's just that you would work with a large number of people typically, right? Like, that's basically the idea, working together with others for a squad rather than just dancing by yourself. I don't know. Are we re-rolling this or not? I don't know. Here we go. Let's start a poll. I mean, like, yeah. Re-roll. Dance Dance Paradise. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, we are doing a reroll. It seems we are doing a reroll. Yeah, we are doing a reroll. It's like it's the same kind of thing they already did. All right, okay. Next thing, Vivi Robin. Okay, now this one is all right. It's a little different from the sports one, so I'm not going to immediately burn it. It's not the multiply characters by 6 bullshit, all right? It's a couples figure skating competition. You draw a random card to be their skating partner. I could say that they get to pick their skating partners. Like, we can either pull it out of this anime deck, or you could just say, Vivi gets to pick a Straw Hat to be your dance partner, Robin gets to pick somebody to be her dance partner. Or we could re-roll it again, I guess. Because it's not like they're multiplying into different people. It's couples figure skating. This could work. This could kind of work. Yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah. All right. Vivi, okay. So we can either do the Straw Hats, or we could do reroll, because it would depend on the partner as well. That is true. Yeah, reroll again. A lot of people are saying reroll. Or they get the same partner. What if they get the same partner? How about that? But no, because then it would still... Because you're introducing an outside factor into this. You're introducing, like, how good is this other person? Like, if they get someone that sucks, like, yeah, that is unfair. Because if we do a random thing or something, what if Vivi gets somebody that sucks at fucking figure skating and she just loses, not because of her, but because of her partner, and then Robin gets somebody that's amazing at figure skating? It doesn't even matter. Like, Robin doesn't even really have to try. The other guy is just so good, you know? Like, yeah. All right, reroll again. Okay. That one was kind of interesting. If it was just... Okay, well, you know what? What if we don't do the couples figure skating? What if we just do Vivi and Robin figure skating? What if we just do that? How about that? Would that be okay? How about we do that? Solo figure skating competition. Yeah. She's from the desert. It's just like, well, okay. Solo, yes. All right, hold on. I'm cool with that. Okay, sure. So it's a figure skating competition. All right. You're right. Vivi's from the desert. I don't think there's a lot of ice skating rinks in Alabasta. You are correct with this. Yeah. I think Robin's going to win this if it's figure skating. Robin has spent at least time in colder climates than Vivi has. Yes. Okay, I'll have you guys choose. I'll have you guys choose on this. Yeah. Figure skating or reroll. At this point, I really don't have a horse in this race. I love Robin and Vivi. Either of them winning is kind of fine for me. So, with this one in particular, I really don't care who wins. Tequila Wolf had a rink. Yeah, Tequila Wolf just had, yeah, like after the prisoners were done building the bridge every day, it's like, well, at least they had an ice skating rink they could use. I'm getting a reroll again. Okay. All right. We'll do another reroll. All right. Okay. All right. What do we got? Oh my God. We keep getting like dance-based ones. Rhythmic gymnastics. Okay. Now this is not dancing though. This is not dancing. This is rhythmic gymnastics. So this is like an Olympic, like, you know, doing the spin around the thing or whatever. Like you're doing acrobatics kind of thing. Rhythmic gymnastics. Okay, how about that? Are we doing this? Are we good with this? Are we good with rhythmic gymnastics on this one? What even is that? Hold on. Let me pull up a picture. What, like rhythmic gymnastics? Okay. Rhythmic gymnastics is like, oh, it's like okay. It's like a lot of like circus performance, it seems, like with hula hoops and balls like jumping around and stuff, and like using that stick with like a ribbon on it, and you're dancing with like a ribbon and shit. So I guess it kind of does come back down to dancing again. It's definitely flexibility. It's definitely flexibility. I mean, like it looks like a lot of like, it looks like circus performing basically with a lot of these pictures. Yeah. It's like, because people are like bending their legs behind their heads and shit for this. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, hold on a minute. I'll show you like like one of the examples on Google here. It's like this is like rhythmic gymnastics. It's like this. Whoa, that's distorted as hell. Hold on a minute. Let me, damn file formats. Everything's WEBP file now. Like, where are my JPEGs? Just give me a JPEG. All right, here we go. This is what like rhythmic gymnastics is. This is like an Olympic sport. You know what I mean? It's a lot of flexibility on this. A lot of flexibility required for this. Okay? Yeah, it's like that kind of stuff. It's like that. It's like circus dancing with, like, maybe calling it circus dancing, I don't know, is not super accurate, but it's like an Olympic gymnastics sport. All right? But I'm seeing people use it because Vivi has her peacock slashers, and they're both very flexible. You know what I mean? They retire at 22. Oh, that's right. Robin is 30. Vivi's 18. Vivi would definitely be more in the age bracket for an Olympian, like an Olympic athlete for this. Like an Olympic gymnastics, probably not 30 years old. Like an Olympic gymnast is, yeah. All right, I'll do the poll. Who is better at gymnastics? Robin, Vivi. I'll say Olympic gymnastics because that seems to be kind of what it is. Yeah, and like, how would Robin use her fruit for this sport exactly, you know? Like, she can make other arms, but like, the whole point of it is like bending your body and doing like various twirls and like contortions and stuff to get your body in that position to do the gymnastics. You know, it's like, yeah. And Vivi does have long whip-like weapons that she's pretty accurate with. So she would kind of already have some training with this a little bit. Like, she uses she uses like these little whips that are like little metal whips that are like around her fingers that she just whips around like that, you know? Yeah. Vivi is a princess to begin with. They have to be the best at everything. Like, yeah, somebody said, well, Vivi spends all of her time in a castle. It's like, yeah, but being a princess growing up, Vivi doesn't just sit on a couch and eating chips all day. You know what I mean? Vivi, like, she probably had, like, various lessons and stuff all throughout her childhood. She was probably always busy doing stuff. And then she would run off to go play with the San clan, you know, and Koza and everybody. But you know that she was busy doing a bunch of shit, like, every day. Because she's a princess. She's royalty, you know? Yeah. Mr. Nine was an acrobat. That's right. They had like a whole acrobatic thing going on here. All right, I think Vivi's winning this. I think Vivi might be bringing it back to the final round here. Yeah. I'm sorry, Robin. You're out. I love you, but Robin's out. Vivi's where it's at these days. Vivi's coming back to the crew, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to win this tournament. She's going to beat all the other Straw Hats, and then she's coming back to join the crew proper. Yeah, all right. But first she has to beat Chopper, but not yet because that's round 18. We have round 17. We have Sanji versus Brook first. We're moving on to the final battles. I think we only have 4 of these left or so. Okay. All right, here we go. Sanji versus Brook. Nope. Dodgeball, teams multiplied by 8. No. A talent show. Oh, man. Oh, a talent show between Sanji and Brook. That is probably the best card in this entire deck for like this kind of competition, because each of the Straw Hats are good at something, and when they're good at their something, it's master level shit. Brook is the best like musician ever. Sanji is the best chef ever. All right? Like, that is hard. That is hard. Yes, Brook would be up there and he would sing the best fucking Born to Be Wild, and the whole freaking auditorium, all the Strats are like, woo! But then Sanji would make amazing food for everybody in the fucking audience. He would be up there making some incredible meal, and everybody would get a slice of the cake, or anybody would get a bowl of ramen or whatever, and they'd be like, yeah, Sanji! Like, holy shit, that is tough. Oh, man. Cooking is a talent. 100% cooking is a fucking talent. Yeah. You can cook in a talent show. Absolutely. The way Sanji cooks, it's very theatrical the way Sanji cooks, too. Iron Chef is a thing. Like, yeah. Oh, man. No, I'm not re-rolling this. This is such a good one. I don't want to re-roll this one. This is a good one. We're going to sit here and argue this one out. I'm not re-rolling this one. All right. Oh, man. This is coming down to the thick of it. This is the final round kind of shit now. Oh, man. Brook is a celebrity. You're absolutely right. Sanji makes amazing food, though. Oh, dude. You know what? I'm rolling the judges. I'm rolling for the judges. Oh, wait. Roll the judges? Like, roll for you guys? Or, like, roll to see who the judges... I mean, I'm guessing the judges are just, like, the other Straw Hats, I'm guessing. Yeah. All right. Who wins the talent show? Brook, Sanji. This is going to be dicey. I think this is going to be very close to a 50-50 split. We're not re-rolling this one. I might roll judges, but I'm not re-rolling what this competition is. Draw from the cards. 3 character cards. Do it. All right. 3 character cards here. Let's see what we got. Full Metal Alchemist. So Edward Elric. That's our first judge for this talent show competition is Edward Elric. The next card is Ash Ketchum. We have Edward Elric and Ash Ketchum. And the last one is Team Rocket, but like that's also a Pokemon. I don't know if Team Rocket works because there's 2 of them, but fuck it, whatever. So we have Ash Ketchum, Jesse James, and I guess Meowth, and then Edward Elric. None of those, I think, really preclude anyone in this particular group here. +2 Sanji. Oh, yeah. Well, everybody loves food. Like, who doesn't love food? I don't think there's any person in this list that would hate food. Now, redraw Team Rocket. Yeah, that's also a Pokemon one, too. Oh, Vegeta. Vegeta! Okay. All right. And our judges, welcome to the first annual Straw Hat Talent Competition. We have the final round here between Sanji Vinsmoke and we have Brook, the Soul King. We have our list of 3 expert judges, Edward Elric, Ash Ketchum, and Vegeta, Prince of All Saiyans. Welcome, everybody, to the competition. Oh, my God. Okay. Just picturing Vegeta at the judges' table. He doesn't want to be here. He somehow got selected to do this. Like Bulma was supposed to be the one being the judge because she's president of Capsule Corp and they got the president, but like she couldn't do it, so she sent Vegeta to go do it. Oh, you know what, though? This is very American Idol, because Vegeta's definitely the Simon Cowell of this whole situation. It's going to be hard to impress Vegeta. You are right. Vegeta has insanely high fucking standards here, man. You know? Oh, man. Vegeta's the Simon Cowell. Absolutely. But Vegeta, Vegeta's a Saiyan. He loves food. That is right. Vegeta also loves food. Ash loves food. I mean, Edward Elric, he's not as food obsessed as, like, most anime protagonists are, like, shonen protagonists are, but, he likes to eat. Everybody, who doesn't like to eat? Who doesn't like food is the question, you know? Oh, man, this is tough, everybody. The audience is saying Brook wins, but the judges get to actually try the food. Oh. Oh, man, this is tough. Sanji's the best cook in the world. Vegeta uses his scouter. 'Cause, 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 'cause No, we're not re-rolling this one. This one has to have a winner. Oh man. Vegeta might not taste the food. No, he definitely likes good tasting food. Beerus is the same way. Goku's the same way. I gotta be honest with you, I'm feeling more Sanji on this one. I know the audience is saying Brook. But I just have a feeling like Brook's musical performances literally speak to your soul and make you feel like super happy and super energized and just excited to be alive and just, yeah, Soul King. But like Sanji's gonna make the best goddamn meal you are ever going to have in your life, and he's going to make it in a super theatrical way to make it like Iron Chef type cooking, and then the judges are going to get food, and everybody in the crowd is going to get food. And yeah, the voters at home are going to be voting for Brook, like, wow, Brook was incredible, but the judges are, it really comes down to who impresses these judges, and I think Sanji's going to impress them more. Like, I just think that's how it's going to go here. Man, this is the most divisive one of the whole thing. I should just re-roll it, but I'm not gonna. These judges are rigged. Well, doesn't matter if they're judges, they're judges. They get to decide. We are not in Food Wars, checking. What do you mean we're not in Food Wars? Sanji's food's incredible. He's going to make it look really good. They're going to eat it. It's going to be the most delicious meal they're ever going to have in their life. Sanji was in Food Wars. Your argument is invalid. The mangaka of Food Wars drew Sanji in Food Wars. All right. For the sake of not pissing off my audience, I'm going for Brook, because Brook honestly he got like 70% in the poll. I'm not going to make my whole audience mad at me for this, so I'm going with Brook on this one. But I'm going to say Sanji. All right? I voted for Sanji on this one. All right? So, yeah, but then 30% of my audience is going to be like, boo, this is rigged. Damn it, this is hard. Aw, man. That poll started before the judges were picked. That is true. Let's do another one. Let's do another poll now that we know the whole judge situation. All right, let's do this again. Who would win a talent show? My screen keeps glitching out over here. Sanji, Brook. All right, let's try this again. Man, this is tough. This is tough. No, there can't be a draw. There can't be a draw on America's Got Talent. It's got to be a winner. Got to be a winner on this one now. Oh my God, it's so close. Oh man, I feel like Ash is gonna go for the food guy. People are saying like only Vegeta would vote for Sanji. I think Ash is going for the food. I don't see Ash Ketchum passing up like the most delicious meal he's ever had in his life and not voting for Sanji. I think Vegeta's definitely, I think over a really well done musical, a really good song versus a nice hot meal put in front of him. Like Vegeta doesn't probably want to be there already, but the idea that he's getting free food and it's really fucking good food and he can eat as much as he wants, like, that's going to definitely sway Vegeta. Edward Elric is like an alchemist, so he's down there. He's just like, yes, the chemical components of cooking. You know, yeah. So Edward's there thinking about like the chemical periodic table of elements or whatever. Yeah, I'm going to go Brook on this one. We went with Brook. Brook keeps winning the poll. Brook wins. Brook wins. I'm going to say that. The audience, maybe, yeah, the audience scores, but also the Vegeta, I mean, Vegeta and the, well, I guess the way this would work in an actual, like, talent show competition is that the judges would all give, like, a ranked score. You know what I mean? Like, they would give, like, a score of 1 to 10 or 1 to 100 or something like that. In a lot of competitions, like, if you read Akane Banashi, they actually have, like, an audience score also contributes to this. So... Actually, in Akane Banashi, it is actually like, it's a Rakugo competition, and they have 3 judges. But then also they have the audience that votes, and the online audience also votes. So it's like kind of like, honestly, a lot like this. Yeah. So it's not like Ash would not vote for Brook and vote for Sanji. It's like he would give a set number score to both of them. And then the audience would also have a number score, and then like an online audience would have a number score. Like it would all be tallied up to determine. And I guess Brook probably would reach a wider audience just because he's music. Yeah. All right. I'm going with Brook. I'm locking in Brook. Brook wins. Sorry, Sanji. Brook wins, and he makes it to the final round of the winner's bracket. But he's not done yet. He would have won, but he has to contend with some losers still. Oh, he might have to fight Sanji again. He might have to fight Sanji again, actually. All right, so we'll see how that goes there then. All right. Okay. So round 18. Chopper versus Vivi. All right. Chopper versus Vivi. What are they going to do? All right. Okay. All right. Chopper versus Vivi. Herding cats. Like herding cats together. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing you got to understand about this. I know what you're going to say about Chopper, but I want you to keep one thing perfectly in mind here, okay? I know you're going to say Chopper. I know everyone's going to be like, Chopper, 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 Chopper. Listen to me, okay? Chopper can talk to animals. That doesn't mean he has psychic control over them and he makes them do whatever he wants. Cats are finicky, all right? Chopper could be like, hey, cats, go in that corral over there. And you know cats. Cats would be like, fuck you. I don't want to do that. You know? And it's like Chopper's like they have their own agency, you know? All right. So I'm assuming herding cats. I'm assuming there's 2 stables or 2 boxes or rooms or pins or whatever. And I guess there's a time limit, and whoever can get the more cats in a corral or in a particular bin in the time limit that's allotted wins the competition. All right? Yeah, Nekomamushi doesn't obey Chopper. Also, I just thought of something really, really quick, actually, on this one. Hold on. Where is that at? Hold on a minute. But there's a cover page in One Piece with Vivi and cats. Like, I remember this. What volume is that? Here it is. There's a cover page with Vivi cleaning a bathroom with cats. Like this thing. Remember this? Yeah. In this one, the cats are kind of bossing her around, actually. So the cats are kind of doing their own thing at this point, yeah. Alabasta is based on Egypt, yeah, and the cats are deities. So, but the point is, Vivi would have dealings. Vivi would know how to deal with cats. Chopper can speak to animals. You know? That is a strange picture. Yeah, I know, but there it is. There it is. It exists. In terms of just picking up the cats and throwing them in the corral, Chopper would probably be better at that. But also, Chopper being an animal, would he be like, hey, okay, Chopper would definitely try to diplomacy first with this. Okay? He would be like, hey, guys, get in that corral over there, please. And maybe some of the cats would, but then other cats would be like, no. Please. Nope, not going. You know, and there's like, come on, guys. Like, I need to win this. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not doing it. Fuck you. You know, so cats are not dogs, is what I'm saying here. Dogs, I feel like Chopper could be like, hey, guys, you want to go in the corral? Yeah, let's go. And then, like, the dogs would all, like, pile in. Like, I feel like that would be easy with dogs. With cats, we'll do a poll. We'll do a poll on this one. I still have a poll up. Brook won the talent show. The talent show one was tight. That was a tough one. That was probably the most contentious one out of all of this. Who herds the most cats? Chopper or Vivi? Yeah. I'm going to do polls for all the ones following up now because we're in like the final round here. So I'll have a poll. Even if it seems like a wash at this point, I'm going to throw up a poll anyway just to make sure because we got like 3 rounds left. In fact, I think maybe just 2 after this maybe. Yeah, cats hate Vivi. Honestly, like, if this cover page is any indication, like, these cats are bossing Vivi around. Like, they're telling her, like, hey, get to work, clean the bath. She's a princess, for God's sake. And these cats are bossing her around. Man, these cats are mean, man. So, there, you know, I don't think Vivi has a good relationship with cats here. Like, you know? Yeah. Vivi smells like a duck, that's why. Who hurts the most cats? No, herds. Herds. Yeah, that is true. They are bossing her around, but they're not running away. But they're also not listening to what she's telling them to do. She's listening to what they're telling her to do. Yeah. All right, Chopper wins this. Good job, Chopper. All right. Okay. All right, well, Vivi had a good long run in this tournament. Vivi was doing pretty good. All right. So we have 2 rounds left. Sanji's got to fight Chopper. And then the winner fights Brook, and then that winner wins the whole shebang. Who would have thought it would have come to this, ladies and gentlemen? Brook, Sanji, and Chopper in the final of the Straw Hat tournament. A lot of bullshit to get here. A lot of rerolls. A lot of crap. A lot of things that maybe some people would say was unfair. But we made it to the final of this inconsequential tournament bracket. All right. Yeah, Vivi had a good run. Vivi went a lot further than I thought she would. Yeah. She got a lot of good rules, though. Vivi got a lot of really good rules with those things, right? Yeah. Can we have a Marines edition of this? Oh, yeah, we got to do this again. This was a lot of fun. I feel like I need to polish this up a little bit, though. I need to polish it a little bit and maybe add, maybe go through the deck or maybe add some stuff of my own. You know, I feel like there's a better way to do this. Maybe we can even, you know, honestly, we could do this again with the Straw Hats. There's nothing that says we can't. We could just do Straw Hat Games 2, you know, except this time maybe you guys in the audience could maybe give me some recommendations for different, like, conditions to fight, and then we'll see what happens. That actually might be fun. That might be fun to do. Who's for doing this again, but, like, actually putting thought into it next time? Because this is an idea that I saw this morning, and I was like, yeah, let's do that one today. And I didn't really put a lot of thought into this. We can also come up with better rules. Like, maybe there's a set amount of rerolls we can make, and there's a set number of rules to, like, determine how things are decided. Yeah. Yeah, we can do this again. Yeah, let's do this again, but pick the cards in advance next time. Yeah, that's sure. I'm for that. Oh, a Hunter x Hunter one of these tournaments would be fun. Yeah, we could do a... Oh, I want to do a Hunter x Hunter one of these. Absolutely. That would be great. Okay. Yeah, we might do the Hunter. I'm not going to do the Straw Hats right again, but maybe eventually we can do the Straw Hats all over again. Yeah. A Bleach one would be fun. Oh, yeah. This will be great. Okay. Sanji versus Chopper. What are they doing? Okay. Ooh. Wait a minute. Okay. No, this is good. This is good. We can do this. Okay. A super triathlon. So what this card says is we're going to draw 3 more cards, and then whoever wins the majority is the champion. Now, should we do it for this battle, or should we hold this for the final battle? Because this seems like something that would be good for the final battle. All right? So basically just 3 of these yellow cards back to back to back. Best 2 out of 3. That's the final card. That is the final card. All right, so we got our thing for the final round. That's actually, I didn't even know that was in there. That's really good. That is really good. Okay, so I'm going to put that off to the side. That'll be our final competition. That'll be Brook versus either Sanji or Chopper, all right? All right, so for this one, Sanji and Chopper. Blank. A blank card. You know what? No, because I was going to have you guys decide on the fly, but you might be picking stuff that favors one or the other. Let's just do another card. Let's do another card. Okay. Okay. All right. How about this one? All right? How about this one? Who is the best date? And it asks me to draw a random character and attribute card. Maybe just re-roll this one. Because Sanji would be the best date. I mean, it depends on who he gets. You know? Like, yeah. Chopper would be the best date if it was like a mink. Yeah. Sanji's human and Chopper's not. It would be like this episode where Johnny Bravo dated a deer. You know, like let's burn that one. Let's burn that one. Okay. Here's something. Fencing. A fencing competition. So you got, now look, I know Sanji doesn't use his hands, but fencing is a competition that is done with a shitload of protective gear. Okay, I knew somebody back in college that used to fence. Like, she wasn't like professional, like Olympic level fencer or whatever, but she fenced, okay? And she had a bunch of, there's a lot of protective gear that goes into this, so Sanji is not gonna, hurt his hands, okay? This is, yeah. All right? So we got Sanji versus Chopper in a fencing competition. Fencing. Here we go. Yeah, look, this kind of stuff right here. We got a lot of professional gear on there. We got a lot of stuff. Oh, look, they even attach like a wire to the end of your vest to kind of keep you in range, I guess. That's kind of cool. I've always been fascinated with fencing. I should probably look into it. I don't know if I would ever fence myself, but I know a couple of the terms. I know epi and saber, foil is there's different kinds of fencing. Yeah. I feel like Sanji clears this, but I'm going to do the poll anyway. Oh, speed is also, yeah. Who wins a fencing competition? Sanji or Chopper? This might be a Brook Sanji rematch, guys. Sanji uses knives versus Wanze. He does. He does. He does know how to use knives very well. Now, a fencing saber, a rapier is not a kitchen knife, though. And the rules of fencing are not necessarily cut up your opponent as much as possible with a kitchen knife. It's a rapier is not a kitchen knife. All right? They are very different weapons. But with that being said, Sanji still wins this. Yeah. Yeah, Sanji wanted that rematch, baby. All right, he wins. He's got 81%. I just wanted to throw that up there just to be sure. Okay. All right. Sorry, Chopper, you went the distance, but you didn't have it. So now we have Sanji versus Brook. And here we are. And you know what? I think, dude, I don't know what if necessary means. I think because Sanji's coming from the loser's bracket, if he wins this, then they would have to fight again anyway. Because Sanji has to win 2 in a row, basically. If Brook wins, then he just wins. But because Sanji's coming up from the loser's bracket, he has to win 2 in a row. Yeah. So now I'm debating whether to do that triathlon thing, but I guess we should just do that, yeah. Best of 3. All right, we'll do the best of 3 and see what happens, all right? Reset the whole bracket. Redo the whole thing. We need fencing point, yeah. That is how loser's bracket works, okay. Well, I mean, we got to do this one. We got to do the super triathlon. Brook versus Sanji. I'm going to draw 3 cards and see what they're good at. Wait a second. If it's best of 3, you can give Brook 1 free win, so he only needs 1, while Sanji needs 2 to win. That's what would have to happen anyway, so I'm actually okay with that. So if Brook... So I'm drawing 3 cards here because of the competition. 2, 3. So if Brook wins 1 of these, he wins. Sanji has to win at least 2. He has to do best 2 of 3. He would have had to do that anyway, because Sanji's not winning with just 1 victory here. All right, let's do that. Okay. The first round is, who would be the worst boss? It just says worst boss. Okay, who would be the worst boss? Sanji or Brook? The worst boss? Sanji does have some anger issues. He can get some anger issues in him, definitely. Like, we've seen him get very, very confrontational with Zoro. But Brook is scary. He's a skeleton. Yeah, but, like, wouldn't you get over that, though? You know what I mean? Like, hello, this is your boss, Brook. Yo, oh dear God, he's a skeleton. Oh, I think you get over the skeleton thing pretty quick. By the way, that doesn't make Brook a bad boss. It just makes him kind of scary looking. You know, it doesn't make him bad. It just makes him kind of scary. Brook would be so chill. Cooks get heated. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Cooks can get pissed off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, then we have the whole sexual harassment claim thing. But then you could also say that about Brook, too. That's something they kind of both have, to be honest with you. Brook would ask to see women's panties. Sanji would be around doing the same kind of shit. So that kind of equalizes out, if nothing else. Sanji is worse than Brook. Okay. Oh, man. Sanji is worse. It's pervert versus pervert, folks. Yeah, that is a good point to bring up. Like, Brook does ask first. Like, Sanji literally turned invisible and went into a woman's bath in Wano. Like, that did happen. He didn't ask for consent there. Brook, at least, I mean, he's still harassing people, but it's slightly better than just going invisible in a bathhouse. Not by much, but yeah. I think overall Sanji has a lot more anger problems. Brook is way more chill. All right? And that's ultimately going to be your thing when you're talking about a worst boss, you know? Yeah. I'm going to say Brook wins the first round, which if he wins the first round, he just wins the whole tournament then. Hold on, yeah. So I'll do the poll. And I'll put draw on here because it's the final battle. Worst boss, Sanji, Brook, draw. Yeah, I mean, like, you could also make an argument that Brook is so chill that he's not a good boss, because you could be a bad boss by not just being mean all the time. You could just be a boss that's incompetent. You know, you could be a boss that doesn't do anything, or just, like, you come to them with an issue and they just dismiss it, or they don't do anything about it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not mean in that regard. You're just not a good boss, you know? Yeah, the one that's the worst boss is... Oh, wait, the one that's the worst boss is the winner. Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. The winner would be Sanji, because he would be the... Oh, yeah, Sanji would be the worst boss. I don't even... Okay. All right, so sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was saying the worst boss would be the loser. No, because you think about being the worst boss as like a negative. You know what I mean? So, no. The worst boss would be Sanji. Yeah. Yeah, Sanji wins because he's worst. Okay, so Sanji has the first win. All right, Sanji has the first win. Okay, cool. All right, I'll end this poll then, yeah. Okay. Next competition in the triathlon. We had worst boss competition. Okay. A clay pigeon shooting competition. So who's the best shot with a rifle? Who's the best shot at a rifle shooting clay pigeons? So Usopp obviously would be the best, but he's not here. So who would be the better shot with a rifle? Brook and Sanji do not fight with guns. Sanji did use a gun one time. He actually did use a gun against Miss All Sunday or Robin that one time. Oh, Sanji has observation hockey. You're right. That's gonna be a deciding factor. Sanji has used a gun before, and he has observation hockey. Sanji has better precision and hand-eye coordination. I would agree with that. He has canonically used a gun before, too. And Brook doesn't have eyes. He can still see, but yeah, I know what you mean. I don't think Sanji could take the shot. What do you mean, Sanji? They're not real pigeons, guys. They're clay pigeons. They're just discs. They're discs of clay that explode. Yeah, Brook doesn't have your eyes. Yoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Could somebody explain this for me? Just clay pigeon shooting. So Brook and Sanji would be holding rifles off to the side of like there's like a line they can't cross. And then there's a disc launcher that would launch these like plates, basically. Just think of them as dinner plates. Launch these like dinner plate-esque things into the air, and then you just shoot at them, and whoever shoots the most and they explode wins the competition. Like, that's clay pigeon shooting. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if this was Franky or Usopp, they would take it, obviously, but yeah. I thought clay pigeons were people shooting real pigeons. No, that's not a thing. I mean, people do shoot real pigeons all the time, I'm sure, but like, that's not what this is. No. I don't think I'm going to do the Straw Hat Died series. That was just a really depressing thing for me. Yeah. 1 to 2 discs also, but they go faster. Yeah. No, I don't think there's a need to reroll here. I think this is something we can actually go on. Sanji's used a gun. He has observation hockey. Observation hockey would be really good for this type of shit. Because you'd be able to predict where the fucking thing is going. Like, it wouldn't be future sight, but you'd be able to, like, angle, like figure out the angle of where it's going. And Sanji was able to dodge the freaking bullet, the jelly bean thing at the wedding. So Sanji had good enough observation hockey to dodge that. So he has like a level of bullet time that he can kind of enter, where he can kind of like see a bullet coming and dodge it, you know? He at least has that level of observation hockey. And with clay pigeon shooting, I think that would be very useful. Yeah, and when it comes down to this, it's not just one round of clay pigeon shooting. It's probably like, I don't know how many clay pigeons you have to shoot for a whole round or whatever, but it's not just one each. It's not just like 2 pigeons go up and you both miss and like, all right, it's a draw. It's like, no, it's like who shoots the most out of like 10 rounds or something is probably how it works. Yeah, I think Sanji takes this, guys. If it's 2 wins for Sanji, then he wins the competition. Brook has to win once. Sanji had to win twice. And he won the last one. So if he wins this, he wins the whole competition. Even if the first round or 2, they're not very good at this, I think after a round of 2 of like Sanji seeing how the pigeons move and what he has to do, he's going to pick up on it quicker with his observation than Brook is, because Brook doesn't have observation hockey. You don't need observation, you say when they shoot out the disc. But no, I'm saying, like, you can use observation to see the exact path of... Like from Sanji's perspective, the discs are going to be moving slower than Brook's perspective. Okay, because that's what observation hockey is. You can kind of see shit in kind of like slow motion to kind of dodge it and predict where it's going. You know what I mean? So, like, from Sanji's perspective, the pigeon's going to be, like, moving like this. Like, through the sky. It's going to be like in fucking Red Dead Redemption where you enter like dead shot mode or something. Like, I know this is Overwatch, but like it's high noon. You know, it's going to be like McCree's high noon shit. All right, like that's kind of what he's going into. Yeah. If Brook wins that last round, though, it's 2-2. So we'll do the last round. We'll do the last round because that's what this was a triathlon. Okay. All right. Last round, then. And we'll see. Because, like, if we make Sanji win the first round here, right? And then it just comes down to this. But Brook's already ahead because of his thing, so... We'll just see. I drew 3 cards. Let's just see what the last card is. I'm going to be here forever, aren't I? Yeah, Sanji. Okay. So it's a little different because, all right, here's the situation. I drew 1 card, and the 1 card was Super Triathlon, and whoever wins the best 2 out of 3 of the triathlon wins the round. Well, the thing is, if let's say Sanji won the triathlon here, he got worst boss and clay pigeon shooting, that if he wins this round, sure, so do we count the triathlon as 1 round? Because if we're counting the triathlon as just this round, as just this round, then we have to go on to the final thing. Well, no, we do 1 more here. Well, Sanji already won, because he won best 2 out of 3 already. Or we could do it like the triathlon could be Brook winning if he just gets the 1 victory out of the best 2 out of 3, because he gets double. I think we made this too confusing. The triathlon equals 1 round. Okay, hold on a minute here. Okay. So what I drew for that last part of the triathlon was a rap battle. So Brook is obviously going to win a rap battle. Like, that's not much of a competition. Brook wins the rap battle. So now we need to decide, okay, if the triathlon is 1 round, then Sanji wins that round because he got best 2 out of 3. Brook would win the rap battle. Sanji would win clay pigeon shooting and the worst boss. Okay? So, in that regard, if it's 1 round, That's just that round. Sanji won. But because he came from the loser's bracket, we need to move on to the final round, which is Brook versus Sanji again. I don't know what's happening anymore. Hey, you're okay. I don't either. The shooting is not a draw. I think Sanji wins the shooting. Just draw a new card. Let's just draw a new card and end this. All right, fine. Last round for realsies this time. One final card. Heart of the cards guide us. The final round between Brook and Sanji. I swear to Christ, if this is a cooking competition, I'm done. Well, if it's a cooking competition, Sanji wins, call it a day. I would actually hope it be something like that, all right? Okay. All right, fine. Who wins the quiet game? Who can shut up the longest? Don't break the teapot. First person to speak loses. I think Brook wins this. Sanji? I'm going to put, you know what? It's a simple one. It's not a lot of complications with this one. It's the quiet game. All right? It's not hard to understand what that is. Everybody across all cultures and languages should know what the quiet game means. All right? Who wins the quiet game? Brook or Sanji? The final round for realsies this time. Brook was alone for years. That is true. Oh, man. Who talks first? I'm going to leave this one up for a little bit. Put these other cards away. It's all down. After all this bullshit, after the Hunger Games, and a surfing competition, and Zoro and Robin in Game of Thrones, and Nami, getting hunted by a guy in the jungle, and a sexy thumb wrestling competition, and a sexy cheerleading competition, and a sexy beauty pageant with Usopp and Vivi competition, and and a wacky Japanese game show. After all this shit, it comes down to the fucking quiet game. Who can shut up the longest? Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to give it... Hold on. I'm going to give it one more minute. One more minute. It just turned into the minute in my clock over there. I'll give it one more minute. And then we're going to call it. Well, I had fun today. If nothing else, I had fun today. And I want to do this again, but like I said, and we got to spin the wheel after this too. We got to spin the fucking wheel to see what I'm doing next. This was just one part of many. It's 50-50. I still have 28 seconds. 28 seconds. If you haven't voted yet, please, for the love of God, vote. I don't want to go to another draw on this. We'll have to go. If it's 50-50, we're going to have to do a draw. Oh, okay. Why am I so stressed about that? Oh, Brook's 52. I think. Okay, that's a minute. That's a minute. That's a minute. Oh! Brook barely carries the day. 51% to 48%. Brook wins the quiet game. I think just being on a ship for 50 years, he's used to being quiet. All right? Like, he's used to being around loneliness, I guess. Oh my god. Every vote counts. Yep. Brook for the win. Brook win. "50 years alone on the ship and he wouldn't stop talking." Hey, you don't know, man. Maybe there's certain points where he shut up for a year or so. You know? Both of these characters talk a lot. I mean, you know, Sanji makes his opinion known. Brook makes his opinion known. If it was Brook and Robin, Robin would win. No question. Jinbe would win, no question. Nami would win, no question. Luffy would lose. Zoro would win, probably. These two, I think it's a coin flip of a chance, honestly. I think I could see it both ways. But Brook won the poll. Brook wins! Brook is the winner! I'm marking this as complete. Boom! Brook has won the first annual double elimination Straw Hat wacky tournament game super fight extravaganza. Oh. The Soul King, let's go. That was fun. Despite a lot of hang-ups as we've went through this, that was a lot of fun. This is all the cards we went through, by the way. Yeah. Let's look at some other options here. What was the next card in the deck? Survive the longest at running that's draw a random character card. That's worst roommate. I got a lot of these from the ideas for those streams I did, by the way. A drinking contest. You know? Blank card. Sumo wrestling. That would have been fun. Well, I'm going to go through this deck and write down the ones that I think would work for this particular context of this kind of tournament. Also might write down some suggestions as well. So give me some suggestions in the comments. That would be fine. Oh, what was Barry's card? Oh, yeah, the burn card I did. Yeah, Barry's card, the one that fell out at the beginning was... Oh, it was a stupid one. It was best bodyguard for a very wealthy, and then you have to draw a character card to see who it is. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay. Well, we could definitely do this again sometime. I want to do this with Hunter x Hunter characters. I think with Hunter x Hunter characters, it would be a lot of fun. Yeah. All right. Congratulations, Brook. Let's get Brook's image up on screen here. Brook wins. He deserves to have some accolades. Yeah, let's get some Brook. Yeah, he's the Soul King, baby. Bone to be wild. Bone to be wild. I love this image of Brook. He's just so fly here. He's just like, yep, you know, it's just me. I'm just awesome. I didn't ask to be great at everything, guys. I just am. Brook wins. Viva Skellington. Yep. Bro looks like Frank Sinatra. Yeah, kind of, yeah. I love his outfit in Wano. It's the black and white. I think it looks really cool together. All right. Now we got to spin a wheel to see what I'm doing next. So hold on a minute. Let me pull up the wheel. And then we will look at that. I think I actually have to input the... Yeah, I have to input the stuff. Hold on. All right, let me take this one out because I already did this. Straw Hat Tournament. I'll replace Straw Hat Tournament with Hunter x Hunter Tournament. So the same thing, but with Hunter x Hunter characters. Yeah. All right. Paste that in there. Okay. And... All right. Let me show you the wheel. Here comes the wheel. Please exclude the current arc. I probably won't include any characters from the Dark Continent arc. Probably not. Probably like the Phantom Troop and like Gon and Killua and Kurapika and Leorio and everybody. All right, here's the wheel. These are all various suggestions that people gave me in the last video. I love one is just Horty Jones. Someone was just do Horty Jones. All right. Look at all these options we have here, ladies and gentlemen. Dun dun da 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 da. All right, some of these are live streams, some of these are videos. I guess some of these could be conceivably videos and live streams, but let's spin the wheel and see what we get. Spinning that wheel. What am I getting? Oh, okay. A cover story tier list. That is a fun one. I am definitely looking forward to that one. If you gave me that suggestion, thank you. So there'll be a simple tier list where we just rank every cover series in One Piece. I think there's like 25 or 26 of them now. There might be 30, actually. I don't even know. There's a lot. That's a lot of fun. And I will do that next. Okay, cool. A lot of fun times. That's a good idea. Nice. Nice. Kind of boring for me, but I'll watch it anyway. All right, well, I think the cover stories talking about each one, like just doing a video in general where I'm covering all the cover stories is going to be a good idea. Yeah. I'm probably not going to include Yamato's because literally it's only 2 chapters in. So we have no idea like what it even is going to like, what's the overarching. Like, I guess the idea is Yamato's going to journey around Wano, but aside from that, we have no idea what the premise is going to be. All right. Okay, well, that'll be our next project that we work on. Thanks for watching, everybody. And you guys have a good night. That was a lot of fun. I had fun with that. That was a weird kind of thing. But I think we could do it again and be better next time. All right. You guys all have a fantastic evening. This will be Teching signing out. Later, everybody. Bye.